how this topic goes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Or I'm interested to see like where you go with the topic. I should say because this is interesting. This is one I think that we're not all gonna agree on.
Bro code? Depends on what.
Well, that's why. Like, I wanted to see what your guys' opinions were on a couple things because I did have some stuff come up in life, and when I discussed it with somebody, they felt one way and I felt another, and I'm not like, and this isn't like a pry for advice, but I am interested to hear, hopefully, what other people have to say. Right?
Even if we disagree.
Even if we, of course, especially if we disagree, because I do want to say before we get started, thank you to people who've been reaching out to me. I've had a couple of people reach out about the podcast and just said different stuff. So thank you guys for listening and reaching out to me and conversing with me about it. And it's just all love. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wait, we got to know what are they saying? What are the people saying, bro?
Oh, somebody literally said I hate women. I'm telling you, and I was like,
that you hate women?
That I hate women. And
was it a woman?
Yeah, and I was like, the best thing was like, I don't know what would make this dumb bitch think that.
Oh my god!
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
It's a joke. It's all jokes. But I was explaining to her, like, hey, like, when me and these guys talk about stuff, like sometimes I'm juiced up about something. You know what I mean? Like there's something on my mind and I'm not necessarily putting somebody on blast. So the way that I sound might sound a way, right? But you will never catch me out here disrespecting women. Like I might say a couple fucking jokes.
Not in real life, just on the internet.
Just for the show. It's all entertainment, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But that was a thing about bro code too that I wanted to hopefully get into. But no, I mean, but people have definitely given us our props. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's good to hear your guys' opinions. Hey, it's cool to see people are talking about certain things, like not because there's a lot of podcasts right now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, and maybe we can kind of start off like this. There's been a lot of podcasts of like weird bro advice and like sex stories. I feel is very prevalent right now in like Facebook.
We should hold on. I actually watched a podcast where I watched Bad Friends. Do you guys watch that podcast at all? No. Bobby Lee and Andrew.
I've seen clips, but I've never seen it.
Oh, bro, it's probably my favorite podcast. It's fucking hilarious. Like, you guys should definitely listen to it. It's great. But the episode that I watched today was them talking about. Bobby Lee was talking about his best prostitute experience. And then Andrew was talking about how he had one prostitute experience ever in his whole life, and it was horrible. But yeah, that's one thing that we haven't really talked about on this show is like we've kind of touched the subject of sex, but we've never actually like went into sex stories. I think maybe we have once.
Close. We've tiptoed around it.
But bro, what episode are we on? You gotta hit us with the intro. Korpsx is your week, baby.
Oh, my guy. So everybody, welcome to the show. This is the Usual Tuesday podcast with your hosts, Big Korpsx, the one and only Save, and my man 0%, the wonderful and powerful gentleman. This is episode 12. Yeah, we are at a fucking dozen. Right?
Damn.
Wait,
we're over here.
Oh shit! I marked it as 11 though.
Oh my god!
I had to. I almost forgot. Last week's was so wild that I forgot that was a podcast. I was looking at the video of it. I was like, dude, like this was like because we got studied, like you know what I mean. Like we all watched a movie, group effort, you know what I mean, on this episode, and I thought that was really fucking cool.
And the last week's episode was the one that was the most all over the place, I think, out of any episode we've ever done.
It got weird.
Yeah, it got a little sidetracked.
It got a little weird. We started talking about trannies and is gay people, like, is it by birth or is it by boys?
That was wild. That
one got weird. You guys came after me a little bit. You guys did. I was like, okay, all right. But we're at a dozen here at the Usual Tuesday. So do you guys got anything you want to add?
Yeah, if you're ever going to buy a shirt off of Korpsx's website, buy this one because it fits your biceps so like this is making me look like I work out, bro. Like, look how it's hugging me. Ooh.
And I was gonna say I like how it looks. Looks good.
It makes me look like I've been doing something. No, but I hope everybody's had a great weekend. I hope everybody had a great week. Zero went to go see the Spider-Man movie, right?
Oh, bro, look at this. Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, dick. Oh.
I was so hyped, right? They gave me this.
Yeah, thing swagging. He's doing it on purpose, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo!
I'll battle you for that right now.
Yo, that shit is fresh. That
Dude,
shit is fresh.
I was
saw it
so
too. I
hyped
saw it
for
on
that shit.
Friday, man. That shit
It
was
was
sick.
so good. Oh my god! But the
Rate
first
it.
one was,
Rate it
was
1 through
better.
10.
The first one was better.
First one was
Ooh.
better.
Ooh.
You think so?
Okay.
Hot take.
I
That's a hot take.
really like the first one. I really like the first one. Actually, I
was
saw your you posted a video on YouTube about it.
On TikTok.
TikTok, yes, and I watched the video on TikTok. And I do kind of agree that we should start getting longer movies.
Dude, yes. Like, especially when you're gonna give us art like that. Like
Avatar 3
criminal.
is one of the best movies I've ever watched, and I watched that movie 3 times.
Avatar 2.
two. Yeah.
Avatar 2. What the fuck did I say? 3?
3.
I was thinking 3 hours. Avatar 2.
Yeah.
Yes. I saw it 3 times. Avatar 2. First time I saw it, I was in love with it. I even went to the movies to go watch it by myself. That's how good it was. Yeah. It was fucking amazing. But we should start getting longer movies.
I think longer movies though come with it just has to be so captivating and so compelling through and through. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Batman, the new Batman with the fucking the vampire.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes. I forgot his name, but
The dude.
Robertson. Is it what's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Oh,
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Yes, you're right.
Phenomenal.
Is that good?
It was
I
too
told
long.
everybody. I told everybody if you cut out 45 minutes out of that movie, it's the best thing I've watched in my whole life.
It's good.
It was too long?
It was too
yeah.
long. There was a whole chunk of this plot sequence. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, because I do want to watch it.
There's a whole chunk of this plot sequence where like it was pretty fucking interesting. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. And then they kind of like brushed it off to the side. And I was like,
I hate when they do that shit.
like, why did I just go through this? Why did I get another fucking soda for this, dude? Like, what the fuck, bro? Oh my god. And so yeah. So Spider-Man, I feel like they could have done it a little bit longer. I like how short it was.
I think they should have gone longer. That movie could have been 3 hours easily.
Easy. You had me at 2.5, like glued. I was glued to my fucking seat.
That shit was good.
Don't give away too much because I haven't seen it yet. That's probably what I'm gonna go see by myself too.
I will say this is that through this Spider-Man, I think that, and maybe you can argue with this, Cisco, because you've watched the first one. I think kids will forget who Peter Parker is.
I don't think so.
Not the way like I know who Peter Parker is. Peter Parker is the only Spider-Man that I know.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Miles Morales is on pace to be like, oh, Spider-Man, that's Miles Morales. But did you know there's a Peter Parker too? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, did you know that in another universe there's a Peter Parker who's a Spider-Man? Like, this motherfucker, I think, is on pace.
How long do you think till they make it a live action? How long do you think till they make a live action Miles Morales?
The next movie.
5 years. I give him 5 years. Not the next movie. Well, I'm not gonna give it too much away. I did want to touch on Batman really quick. It felt like a what is it called? Blue balls. It just felt like the movie kept wanting to end, and you're like,
I haven't had blue balls in a long time.
You're like, bro, this is gonna be the end. It's kind of sick, and then it'd be like, and then something else. You're like, dog, damn, just end it.
Dark and mysterious.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
It just felt like you should. Okay, end it. Just end it, damn it. And then they just never. And then finally, it ended at some point. But at that point, you're like, damn, like fuck, finally. All right. Anyway, sorry.
All right. Well, hey, that was a tangent. Yeah, well, I just wanted to make sure everybody's weekend was good. That's all.
Oh, dude, I danced at the Oxnard powwow this weekend.
I saw the pictures of that actually, and actually, I want to bring something else up. You have a battle coming up,
and I have a battle I got booked for a battle August 5th in Temecula against.
And Temecula is only 35 minutes from us.
Yeah.
So Hey, well,
Wait,
wait. What day is it?
Yeah.
Hold on. I just want to say that your boy's name still got some motherfucking weight out here in these streets. Okay.
What's the date?
I still got
August
some
5th. He
weight.
said August 5th.
I battle August 5th.
That's a Saturday.
Junior Korpsx will also be battling August 5th. Little Korpsx and Twin Korpsx will be battling August 4th.
Wait, so you're gonna be here that Friday and Saturday?
I am pushing to be there for Friday. I have Elijah that weekend, so I'm hoping to be able to get him early enough, pack him up, let's roll. It just all depends with work. You know what I mean? Like if I'm off at 7, that's going to be kind of a push to go pick him up, make sure he eats, get on the road to Temecula.
But here's the real question: are you going to be here until Sunday?
Potentially.
I
I usually see my daughter on Sundays.
Because Zero and I both have Sunday off.
I could be there for Sunday.
Maybe we can get something recorded early Sunday, and then you can drive back up.
That would, if I could do something like early, like morning,
Yeah, like
breakfast.
Like yeah,
What do
like
you guys want
10
to?
a.m.?
Do you guys want to record like a podcast, or do you guys want to record like a vlog? Like, what's the? I don't know. What's the
I'm
vibe?
down.
We can do both. Because
Down for whatever.
I could literally just take a vlog, strip the audio, and put it up on Spotify.
What in like a podcast?
No, what Zero's talking about is he brings his camera.
Yeah, but we could vlog and have a video recording of it, but then I could also post it as an audio recording just off of that. Like, I wouldn't even have to bring my.
We'll
mic.
figure it out. But you're gonna be here in San Diego, so we might as well link up.
Yeah, we got a little over a month to plan that out. But
Are you getting a hotel in Temecula, or what are you doing? Because I'm assuming you and the whole family are gonna stay together, right?
Yeah, me and the fam. Yeah, we'll end up getting a room. I don't know if we're gonna get 1 room or 2 rooms. Because Sly a hoe. Like, I love you, Sly.
And you guys are gonna be in Temecula, and downtown Temecula gets cracking. Let me tell you, bro.
Yeah, but one of the boys, well, 2 of the boys have girlfriends, and so it's like you got Single Putch and fucking Sly over here, and then
Yeah, but Single Putch and your son.
So what?
True. Whoa.
Okay. All right, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that at a later date. Let's talk about it at a later date. Let's talk about it at a later date. Let's talk about it at a later date. Because yeah, I definitely am down to go up and see you, and I want to watch you battle. What time is your battle at?
I was literally about to ask that.
Ooh, in the evening.
Okay,
sometime
that
at
kinda
night.
works. Saturday.
Like 10, 11? Wait, Temecula battles are that's Oceanside. That's in the parking structure.
Childish is running this, and I will say that the playgrounds and anything that he's ever thrown is very punctual. He's very on time.
Yeah, but where is it? Because I know the Oceanside, they do it in the parking structure. Where does the Temecula battle at?
I don't want to open my phone. Can I open my phone?
Go ahead, bro.
I was just trying to see what time so I could put it on my calendar.
You one of those guys?
Yeah,
give me
bro.
a
If I don't put it on my calendar, I'm like, damn, I don't know. I don't know when it happens. I forgot. Like, I have my friend's birthday. who's coming up.
Temecula, California, August 4th and 5th, 2023. All it has is IE California, only at the playgrounds, August 4th and 5th. There's no
Well, regardless, Zero and I will be there. Zero, put it on your fucking calendar. August 5th, we going.
August 4th, it's starting at 8 p.m. It's starting with a session that will lead off into the battles.
But your battle is on the 5th.
41000 Main Street, Temecula, California, Temecula City Hall. So it's going to be outdoor.
Cool. I have somebody in my chat, buddy of mine, is asking what their opinion on. Can you ask what their opinion is on the new 8 Mile show? 50 Cent and Eminem are producing the 8 Mile TV show. Fuck! I just stubbed my toe.
Oh
my God.
I have no opinion because I didn't know that was happening.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's as good as the movie was, I guess. But 50 makes good shit as a producer, and I hope it's good. Get Rich or Die Trying is my favorite album of all time.
Yeah, top. Definitely up there.
It's my favorite album of all time, like
One
all the
that
way
I-
through.
Yeah, one that I witnessed, bought, and listened to front to back. Yeah, that's definitely. I would have to say, yeah.
I probably still have the case, the CD case somewhere in my closet.
And I only really say this because I saw his picture recently. The only other album that I can think that made me feel like that was Linkin Park Hyper Theory.
Ooh, that's a good album. I remember being a kid listening to the album.
Front to fucking back. I remember walking into Walmart, buying that bitch. We go in my dad's van, and I have a CD player. You know what I mean? That you can't let wobble. And
Oh yeah, you got.
bro, okay, now knowing
Wait. Zero has no experience with that at all, bro. This man grew up with a fucking iPod Shuffle. I guarantee you he had an iPod Shuffle at some point in his life.
I listened.
Wait,
to
which
that
one is the
fucking
shuffle?
album.
Which one is the shuffle?
It doesn't matter. The whole point is you never had a Walkman. You never had headphones that hooked onto your ears, and the back part was like this.
I did have a shuffle.
I fucking called it. I fucking called it. You have no idea what the 3-second skip is.
The struggle, bro.
You don't remember Jinko jeans when the back pockets were big enough to fucking put the CD player in, and you had to have the fucking headphone port up so that it wouldn't get bent? Come on, dog.
I don't remember any of this. Nope. I got wireless AirPods, and I'm living in the future. Damn it.
Oh my god. All right. So
No, that shuffle was crazy. Sorry, just last thing. Shuffle was fucking madness. The fact that thing existed, amazing device.
Wow.
So let me start off with
I can't believe you.
Let me start off with this to start this night off. You and your boys is all out. Right? What's one of the wildest things, right? Without me being specific, when I say wild things, what is one of the most wild things you witnessed one of the homeboys do on a night out?
What's the most wild thing I've witnessed, or what's the most wild thing I could witness?
What's the most wild? What's the wildest thing you witnessed? Like you saw that right now, like right there. Like, oh shit. You and the homeboys, you guys are out being goons. Was one of the wildest things.
Damn, I've been old for a minute, bro. I gotta think back. Hold on.
Dude, these questions I always feel bad because I feel like I have no cool, like, yo, that's crazy experiences.
No, well, the wildest thing that you've ever seen is the wildest thing you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've had like the homie leave me before to go get some ass.
That's wild.
And if we're talking about bro code, that's a no for me, bro. If we came together, like, at least tell me or drop me like a dub in my Apple Pay to get an Uber back to the crib. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say that.
Or get you the Uber, like, babe.
Yeah, or be like, yo, you know, like, yeah, hey, you know, because if you just told me, like, yo, I know one. So I went with the homie to a strip club in TJ. And now before we get started on this, I don't fuck prostitutes. I don't go to TJ to fuck prostitutes. I've never done it before. I'm not interested in doing it. I don't want to pay for pussy, okay? Because look at me. I can get pussy for free. Let me just be real.
There you go. Talk your shit, boy.
I'm just saying. Like, and so we went. And
sorry.
Go ahead.
Put your volume down just like 2 notches.
Is my volume high? You know what it is?
Super high.
I can't turn my volume down. You gotta turn me down.
There's like a gain thing on the back of your mic. I'm so sorry.
You're good. Is that better?
So wait, say something.
Say something.
It sounds a little better. Yeah.
How about I just don't talk loud?
Okay. Or just like scoot the mic.
How about I just do this? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to it because my fucking stream is always telling me how bad my mic is. So I like try and stay close to it. But nobody said anything about my mic tonight. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. We're good.
Can you hear me? You can hear me fine? Okay. So I'll never forget that there's a picture of this night on my Instagram as well. So here's the story, okay? I used to go to the casino a lot when I was younger, like in my late teens, early 20s. And this dude became my dealer, like my blackjack dealer, and I would always go up there. He would always deal for me. And one night he was like, yo, he had been my dealer for like a year or something. And he was like, yo, we should go party in TJ. And I was like, yeah, for sure. And I thought he meant like go to the clubs out there because the clubs were my shit. $12 to get into somewhere and drink all night for free? I'm fucking down. So he wound up picking me up. We went to fucking an undisclosed strip club out there. I won't burn it out. And so we started drinking, having a good time, and then he was like, "Yo, I'll be right back." So I was like, "Bet." It was like 15 minutes. I had never been to this strip club ever in my life. I was trying to find the bathroom. I got lost. I was like walking around this club looking for him. Bro, he didn't come back for like 45 minutes to an hour. And I was like, "Yo, where'd you go?" I'm in Mexico by myself. I'm young. I don't know what the fuck is going on. All these whores are everywhere. And like I can only say no so many times. And so he went up to the room and did his thing or whatever. And he was like, "Let's get a bottle." So we started drinking, blah, 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 blah. And he got fucked up. Fucked up to the point where he passed out. So I had to carry him into the fucking taxi, back to the line. I had to carry him across the line. And then I had to drive from the border to my house where I lived in Rancho San Diego, which is like 25 minutes. At the ripe age of like 19. And it was horrible. But that was not the only time I ever got left for ass, bro. Like, I would never leave somebody for some ass.
I was gonna ask. So, what would you have done if you were him?
I would have been like, "Yo, I'm gonna go up to the room and fuck this girl. Like, here's some money and just chill."
Oh,
I'm not just gonna be like, "I'll be right back." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I came with you, motherfucker. Let me know what it is.
What if you thought it was gonna be quick?
I don't give a fuck if it was gonna be 15 minutes or 45 minutes. Like, motherfucker, we are in TJ. What if you die? I'm responsible for you, and you got the car keys.
Okay, now if y'all pulled up in the same whip, that is definitely one thing. Like going out with the boys, you know what I mean? We'd all pull up in an Uber together. You know what I mean? So we pull up, like I get it this time, tomorrow night you get it, but we all pulled up in an Uber together or we walk together. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's like, all right, if you're gonna go pool, you know what I mean, or if we did take the rental, if you're gonna go pool, you're going in her car, bro. Like chuck them keys. Like, you know what I mean? Like you gotta chuck them keys. Like because we gotta get home. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just can't dip off with a stray, bro. Like what the fuck? How am I getting home, bro?
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. That to me is a no. Like,
bro, let me drive while you smash in the back seat. Fuck, bro. We're all going to the same place. Like we're all staying in the same hotel, motherfucker. Like, damn. Like, just let me get home. I don't want to have to call an Uber. I'm already drunk. I've already spent too much money. And I'm not getting no pussy. So what the fuck? Like, like fuck, because if I was getting pussy, I'd be in her car, bro. I wouldn't be in our car. Fuck. We wouldn't be having this discussion right now, obviously. What about you, Damo?
I'm trying to think. The thing is,
all of Damo's bros are actual bros.
No, wait, chill out.
Wait, are we your friend yet?
Yeah.
I thought about that the other day. I thought about that. Actually, I thought about it last night. Damo and I were texting last night, and I thought to myself, "Am I this motherfucker's friend yet? Like, I've been working hard to be this motherfucker's friend."
I've been trying to keep it real.
No, you guys are my friends. You guys are my friends.
Look at that. It only took 12 episodes for him to say. It only took 12 episodes for him to say that we were his friends.
It happened a little while ago, but I feel like I thought of it at some point. I was like, I don't know if I should tell him because I feel like I told him that I wasn't, and then like now do I tell him?
I thought after I watched you cry, I was like, I think I'm a certified friend now.
Well, technically, the whole world watched him cry. I'm just saying.
We're all
My
friends.
mom watched that clip.
Bro, my brother was like, "I didn't even know that you did a podcast until I saw this clip of this guy crying on TikTok." And I was like,
"Yo, Damo went viral. Let's go."
That's so funny. What the fuck? But for the craziest shit, this was wild to me. I won't go into specifics and I won't call this person out, obviously. But Crystal Water says my brother saw it too. That's funny. He gave the TikTok a like. I appreciate that. Sorry. The craziest shit that I ever saw. I won't put this guy on blast or anything. It was actually kind of wild. So him and his lady were having some issues. So as a homie, I was like, yo, whatever you need, like if you guys are going through some shit, you guys need to like move out of each other's lives or whatever, I can help you out. Let me know. Drop of a hat, I'm there. So I get there, they're going through some shit, and like shit is flying out the like house. there's like a box on the floor, and I'm like, damn, like I didn't know it was violent, like, or not that they were hitting each other or anything, but I was like, damn, like I didn't know it was gonna get crazy like this. I thought I was gonna respectfully put some shit in my car. And so
little did you know.
So he's like getting mad. He's like, please. Anyway, it just gets crazy. And then like he kicks a box, and I'm assuming it's gonna go like fucking flying because he kicks the shit out of it. And then he starts like limping. He's like, I think I just broke my fucking foot because the box was filled with weights, and that's why it hadn't been moved. And he fucking smashed. Oh my god, he smashes his foot on some weights. And then I don't think I even took him to the hospital or anything. It got like resolved shortly after. That was some crazy shit because it was not what I was expecting.
Bro, I actually got one now. I actually have a better one. I almost got smoked because of a homie. So yeah, here's
like a homie. What the fuck?
Here's the story, bro. Here's the fucking story. This is, bro, I'll never forget this story till the day that I fucking die. And I'm going to tell you it exactly how it happened, okay? So it was my 21st birthday. And we decided to, I'm the last person in my group to turn 21. And so we all decided to go out. It was our girls and us going out together, right? And then some of the girls invited out their friends, and then we invited some of our friends. And then somewhere in the night, like my girlfriend at the time, her and I got into an argument. So the group split up. So the girls went out their own way, and then we went out our own way. So we're chilling. One of the homies got extremely faded, and we all wound up at the same bar again. My girl and I at the time, like, we made up, and then everything was copacetic again. So I'm like at the bar getting a drink, and I walk back to the section where we're all dancing and shit. And my brother's girlfriend at the time was like popping her fucking pussy in one of my homies' faces.
Oh, yo.
Damn.
And the homie wasn't stopping her, you know what I mean? So I let it play out for a second. I was like, he's
popping in the handstand.
he was faded, so I let it play out for a second, like, okay, he's gonna, maybe he just didn't realize who was dancing in front of him or whatever. But then I look back over, and they're like grinding up on each other. And so I looked over at one of the homies. I was like, bro, one of y'all better grab this motherfucker before I grab his ass, and you don't want me to grab his ass. You know what I mean? So they went over and like tapped him on the shoulder, like, yo, quit that shit. And at that point, I got fucking mad heated, so I jammed out of the club. And so my girl was behind me, and I guess one of the girls told her, like, yo, your boyfriend's brother just watched you do that shit. And so we all come out of the club in a group, and we're standing in this parking lot, and we're in PB. So this is like, it's crowded, bro. And we're standing in a circle, and I'm like, I was going off on both of them. Like, I was like, you're a fucking slut, this, that, and the other. I was pissed, bro. Like, that's my brother. And you're supposed to be my homie. So anyways, so she was like, you don't even know what you're talking about, this, that, and the other. I was like, I saw you with my own fucking eyes. And then, so I called her a bitch or some shit. I'm 21, okay? Ooh. Forgive me for some shit that I did 10 years ago.
No,
but
canceled.
So so I called her a bitch or some shit. So
yeah, go ahead.
She was like,
think about that.
She was like, call me a bitch again. And I was like, you're a fucking bitch. And bow, bro, she slapped me across the face. And she was like this tall. She was like shorter than I was. So, bro, I can't hit her. And you know what I mean? And I didn't want one of the other girls to jump on her. So I like grabbed her, and I was like, don't you ever fucking put your hands on me ever again. You know what I mean? And she like started flailing. So I like I pushed her to the floor. But like, I didn't like shove her to the floor. Like, I just had her, and I like laid her down on the floor. And I was like, don't fucking get up and hit me again. And the homie was like, all right, that's enough. And then I hear out of the fucking corner of the parking lot, like, yo, did you just fucking hit that girl? And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I look over, bro, and it's these fucking big-ass Samoan dudes, bro. Fucking 3 of them. Huge.
Damn.
And one of my homies is Samoan, so he went over and he was like, nah, bro, like, yo, it's just a drunk night. Relax. He didn't hit her, this, that, and the other. And they were like, okay, cool. Yeah, it's all good. And then, so one of them started getting closer to me, and now here there's 3 other of my homies just sitting off to the side with the fool that was dancing up on my brother's girl. So he starts walking up to me, And then I look over, and there's a skinny one, and he's starting to take off his shirt. So now it's just me, my Samoan homie, and 4 dudes. So in my head, I'm little, bro. I'm 21 years old. I weigh like 150 pounds. I'm like, there's no way, bro. There's no fucking way I'm about to get down with these fools. One of them pops the trunk. The other one starts walking towards me. And I'm like, yo, chill. Like, I'm not even trying to do this, right? I put my hands up like this. Dude punches me right in the fucking forehead. Bow! As soon as he punches me in the forehead, bro, it was fight or flight. I was fucking gone. Boom! I dipped it, dog. I dipped it because they don't have an issue with nobody else but me. I'm the main target of this whole. I'm the main protagonist. Everything, right? Like they don't got an issue with this fool. These fools are standing off to the side, so I dip it, bro. Start running down fucking Garnett Avenue, busy ass fucking street. I fucking run up the side of these apartments, jump over the fucking railing, land on top of somebody's house, and I'm just sitting there like, oh fuck, like fuck. So there's somebody comes out the house and was like, yo, who the fuck is on top of the house? And then I like poked my head and I was like, yo, my bad. But these dudes were chasing me and like I just had to get away. And this was like the only spot that I could find. And he was like, man, get off the house and come inside. So I go inside, bro. They give me a beer. They ask me what happened. So then I start walking back to the parking lot. This like 20 minutes had passed, right? So I walk back to the parking lot and these fools, my homies, pull up in a car. And they're like, yo, get in. And I get in, and sitting next to me is this fool that was, that basically caused the whole shit. And I was like, man, you're lucky I don't beat the fuck out of you right now. And then I got on every single one of my homies after that. Like, I can't believe y'all were about to let me get my ass beat. And nobody, like, there was more of us than there was of them. But then my girl at the time was like, they did pull out the strap. And and we all left. You know what I mean? So... And I've never like had pride in telling the part of that story where I ran away. But if I didn't run away, bro, I probably wouldn't be here. I probably would have got capped.
Yeah.
I had to get the fuck out of there, bro. But yeah, that right there is way against the code.
Yeah, yeah, no way, dude. When it turns into something like that, I don't know. It doesn't matter what happened. If it turns into a situation like that, that's against the law.
Yeah, bro.
That's against code, dog.
People say like, oh, bitch shit. But like, dog, like, what, you gonna turn into Goku and dodge this shit? Like,
yeah. No. What the fuck am I gonna do? What am I gonna catch a bullet with my teeth? Like, what the fuck?
Bro, there's been plenty of times when I'm with the homies and it's like, you see these homies pull up and there's like already like 5 of these homies over here. There's 3 of us. It's like, hey, bro, like, hey, I'm gonna go warm up the car. I don't know about y'all. But
yeah, like let's get out of the situation before it starts. Like if you're already getting funky, then there's nothing you can do. You know what I mean? Like you gotta handle it. But
and 9 times out of 10, when it comes to groups of people, I've never had an issue with the whole group. It's always been one person, and like when
typically if you're like, yo, get your homie, they're like, hey, bro, chill out. You know what I mean? Like they'll try and calm them down before anything happens.
Well, my situation is always like it's me and a homie, and then it's like him and his homie. My homie don't like your homie. I don't like you. So there ain't nobody stopping nothing because y'all's crunk and I'm crunk. So like we're here to boogie, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, bro. Like, and when it turns into situations where like it's like, damn, I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. You're a bitch. You don't like my homie. He's right here. Like, okay. Like we're having like a little fucking little showdown.
Mexican standoff, yeah. So here's the real question though, is so Damo and I have already told our side. Now you brought this up for a fucking reason. And I'm trying to hear what your reason is behind this. Because I really want to see if I agree with you or not.
Well, because I was, bro, like, because
why do you hate women?
A lot of memories have been popping up, like on my Snapchat or on my Instagram, right? And there was one, bro, that made me think about this night, dude. We were out, bro, and I was fucked, dude. I was fucking trashed. I'm having a blast, dude. Right? I'm leaning against this bar, dog, and I just like feel homie bump into me, and I look, and he's like, he's a little trashed. Like I can see it in his face because he's telling me my bad. I was like, you're a good playboy. You know what I mean? And I went to lean back against the bar and he grabbed me. He's like, no, I'm sorry. I was like, was like, you're good. Like, hey, bro, you're good, player. Like, don't fucking touch me, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't, like, because I mean, that's just me. I was like, no, you're good. And so he turned around, bro. He was doing his thing. And for a second, like, you know, because he grabbed me, I was kind of like on guard. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, who is this motherfucker? Like, you know what I mean? So, bro, I look, dude, and he's macking down 2 chicks, bro. Like
What?
going left to right, bro. I was like, yo, my man. Like, yo, bro. And one of those girls, I had seen her at that club quite a few times, and she was fucking bad, bro. Like, whoa, and she could dance really good. And I was like, so obviously, you know,
Is this on Oxnard or Ventura?
this was in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, the thoughts of fornication was quite easy, you know, you know, but dude, I mean, bro, he was going left to right on these chicks, dude. I was like, yo, my guy's getting it in. And I was like, he must have been worried that I was about to like steamroll him right now with these chicks, but I didn't even know what this was going on. He turns around to buy a drink, bro, right? And I'm still leaning. And I was looking at him, I was like, you having a good time, boss? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, hey, bro, anything you need, G, I got you. He's like, all right. He's like, yeah, because, bro, I mean, it was fucking packed in this place. Like, I was kind of watching him swim through people to fucking get to the bar. And I scooted over, like, you know what I mean? I scooted over so he could kind of come where I was at. Bro, that's bro code, right? Like, that's law, dog. Like, it was one of the wildest things that I think I had ever witnessed. Like, I mean, I've seen some wild shit, but it was just like, this dude right here, I'm just right here, fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? And homeboy's right here having a blast, like time of his life, 3 feet away from me. Like, the difference of reality is so nuts. like, bro, I'm telling you, I'm just watching him like that, just like, wow.
I wish I could be you tonight.
Like,
Like
I've
on
heard
National
of this.
Geographic, just watching the magic.
And here in the wild. Yeah, here in the wild. You know what's funny? I thought you were gonna bring up some crazy shit. I actually got some shit. I got some shit that we could bring up on the pod right now. There was a fucking time that Korpsx thought I broke code with him.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, you want to talk about that?
I don't give a fuck.
So
we could talk about whatever.
We won't be too specific. Because I just don't want to say names. But I'm saying so, and this is kind of how I wanted to start it off too. Was what are some things that y'all think are bro code? Period. Right? Like point blank. Like every dude should know this. In this example, right, there was a young woman who I was involved with at a period of time, who was saying to me that Cisco was like getting at her and this and that, whoop-de-whoop. And then I approached Cisco about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Cisco's straight. I still remember, like, out of all these messages, one of the things that he said was, for you to have been my boy for so long and to think that is kind of fucked up to me. I was like, damn. Like, damn.
To me, that's like bro code number 1, bro. You never fuck with somebody's girl.
Yeah.
And I would never fuck with somebody's ex-girl either.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and so to me, I think that's bro code, bro. Like, if you, like, it depends. I think there's like a certain time span. Like, if you dated this girl, like when you were, you know, for us, we're 30. You know, we're in our 30s.
Yeah, like if it was in high school, sure. Like,
high
who cares?
school, yeah, but college to now is kind of like, oh, dog, you knew I was with her for a while. Like, you know what I mean? You
got to know like the history behind it too, right? Like if there was some like major history or there was like kids involved, that's like definitely a no for me.
Yeah.
But
Damo, what do you think? What's your limitations, Damo?
Like on relationship things,
Mm-hmm.
or like what?
How long would, if you and your girlfriend broke up today, how long would it take for it to be okay for one of your friends to date her?
Oh, me and my girlfriend? Never.
Damn, I feel like that's too
Too specific.
Yeah, because like they're still in a relationship.
What about
you know what I mean?
Even if like we broke up today and there's like 10 years in the future, you can't date my girlfriend, or you know, the girlfriend that I have now.
Wait, but what if you're dating somebody else? What if you're dating somebody new and you're married and have 2 kids in 10 years?
Oh,
if you're married, you just said 10 years down the line.
In 10 years, yeah.
In 10 years, getting married and having 2 kids is very easy.
It depends also on how close me and this homie is. Like, I seeing him every day? Am I talking to him every day? What's the
So you think bro code is specific to those that
level?
are
Somebody
Yeah,
that you call a
the
bro, like he is
level.
your, like he's like he's one of your better friends.
Like one of my closest friends that I have right now, in 10
Mhm.
years with the same closeness, if he says, "Hey, I kind of like I've been talking to your girlfriend, or well, somebody that you used to be with," I'd be like, "That's fucked. Why would you
Mhm.
ever do that?" But like the
well,
lower in like tier
10
list,
years though?
like yes, like
Okay, so let
bro,
me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Why?
because this girl means a lot to me. And
But you guys broke up.
the history matters a lot.
You guys broke up though. You're
Yeah, but
married
like
with to somebody else.
I have a lot of emotional like shit that I went through now with her. It's like you knew that, you knew what I went through maybe, like I might have told you some stories of like damn, like how she made me feel. And there's a certain degree of like acceptance in my head of like, oh, but you might have an accept like a connection with her, like she's a person, you can have a connection with her.
So all your exes are off limits.
Mm, well, also I don't have that many exes, but
You've had a connection with all the. You've literally experienced everything that you're saying right now with each one of those girlfriends. You've
No,
had
I have not.
experiences with them. You've told others how
Yes,
how
but
they made you feel.
not to the same level. That's what I'm saying. Like, it. If you're
So
my
certain exes.
homie, yeah, there's certain exes that I'm like, well, go for it. Because it's just not the same weight to me. Like, if you're my homie, you know what this girl is to me, and I've told you about it. You know what I mean, and you just won't cross that line. And if one day you're like, yo, I'm talking to her, I'd be like, the fuck, dog?
So what if you just smashed?
That'd be fucked too.
Sly is fucking ruthless, dude.
already
I
fucking
fucking
know.
love it.
Bro, I mean,
that's
it's-
facts.
that is actually 100% why I'm not okay with it.
Wait,
That
what?
yes, bro. Think about it like this, okay? This is why I won't fuck with girls that have fucked with the homies either, because
Mm-mm.
you
Throat
and if they have, I don't want to fucking know. Yeah, because what you're doing to me, you already did to one of the homies. Like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do? Go back and be like, hey, we shared the same experience and it was fucking amazing? Like, no, I don't want to do that.
Dude, like girls who are like
I mean,
super
you don't-
freaky, it throws me off because it's like you did this before. Like,
Wait, but do you guys think that? Do you guys think that in general with like girls in general?
What?
That like, oh, you've done this before.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
Really?
I'm probably not the first person you're trying this out on.
Well,
Just
yeah,
saying.
I mean, sure, but that's like never come to mind of like, oh, bro.
I mean, I'm not
you
thinking
did
of
this
it during the action. Of course not.
yeah.
I'm just thinking after, like, wait, what? What did she do?
There's verification. There is a
That means she's
verification process. There is a verification.
No, shout out Kaz though. Shout out Kaz.
Not my guy. Oh, the
Go
purveyor
to the
of
bathroom real quick. Hold on,
nonsense,
give me a
my
second.
G.
Yo, big shout outs to him. He was good on the podcast, man. Thank you for
My
stepping
guy.
in. You did it.
All right, go fucking grab your dick and fucking.
I'm just saying, dude. Like, when it comes to things like that, it's not like I'm thinking about, oh boy, you know what I mean? But it's like,
No, yeah.
it's like I'm comfortable, I'm safe. You've done this before. I'm in the hands of a professional, and I have nothing to worry about. It's all good.
But here's the thing about bro code, right? And it just like popped in my head because Kaz was
Hey,
in
you
here.
know I love you, and you know I love you, Cisco, right?
I love you, brother.
I love you, brother.
I love you, man.
Man,
Yeah.
Through thick and thin, dog. I love you, bro.
So I was talking to Kaz today, and Kaz and I have just we chat a lot, and like I've never sat down and actually thought of what the rules of bro code are. Like I just naturally know them, I guess.
I think there's some stuff that could be ironed out. You know what I mean? Because it's like, so let's say, this is a good one maybe for Damo to hear too. Is like, so let's say we're at the bar, right? And I'm kind of making a move on this chick. You see me, it's all good. Like, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, if it doesn't work out, right? If I'm like, nah, she's on some other shit, and we bounce to another bar and you decide to give a go, is that bro code?
Okay, I have a story for this. because this has happened. This has happened before. So there was this attractive woman, and the homie was trying to get at her, and we were all like, "Hell yeah, go for that shit, bro!" And it didn't happen. And as we were leaving, he tried again. I remember this. We were like here on the sidewalk, and her car was on the other side. He was talking to her in front of her driver's door. Hold on, I'll wait to tell the story until Demo gets.
Tell me the story, dog.
So go ahead, ask your question again, Korpsx.
Okay, so if you and the homies are out at a bar, right, and you make a pass at a girl, right, you get a little bit of entertainment. Woo, woo, woo. Next thing, she's off to some other shit. You go to the next location for your evening, and you bump into her again. Is it okay for the homie, me? Is it okay for the homie to make a pass?
But she
Or
didn't like.
is she off limits?
So here's my story. Here's my story on that.
Okay, go ahead.
Homie was trying to talk to this really attractive girl. They were chatting for a minute. It didn't play out the way he wanted. They separated. We were leaving. We're on this side of the street. Her car's on the other side of the street. She was walking to her driver's door. He ran back over to try and chat up again. As he's walking back,
Brave.
somebody said, "What happened?" And he said, "She wants to talk to this fool." And he pointed at me.
Okay.
So I walked over and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" Blah, 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 blah. And then she got my number. And then when I got back into the car, like everybody was mad at me. And I was, look, I didn't try and get at her. I wasn't trying to make a pass at her. Nothing. So I'm like, what the fuck is everybody mad at me for? She chose up, not me. Like I didn't. Yeah. She asked for me. All I did was walk over there. So is that me breaking bro code? Because I didn't do anything.
I feel like they wanted too much out of you. They wanted you to say like, nah. Like you should hit up. You should talk up your homie, I guess.
Why would I do that? She already showed that. She already showed she didn't want him.
I say that's dumb. I think you're in the right. If she wasn't feeling it, so Korpsx, exactly what you said. If I was trying to get at a girl and then she's like, nah, like I'm not into it. But then she's like, hey, but your homie over there. I'd be like, fair game, fuck it. And then I'll probably talk you up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's broco. I feel like, you know what?
That's what I was just about to say. You're doing the right thing.
That's the energy. That is the energy I'm on, bro. Because, like I'm saying, to me, like, okay, if I go back to the homies and I'm like, oh, like, you know, she's wrapping it up for the night, whatever excuse. But we bump into her later. So obviously she's a liar, right? So if she's like, "Oh, I'm about to go home, but I see you at the next joint," like, "Bitch, you a liar," whatever, right? Like, whatever.
There goes that word again, bitch.
Sorry. I mean, I know dudes who are bitches too, but I know more dudes who are bitches than bitches.
Bitches.
Like, the fuck, man. But at that point, it's like, to me, I used to tell the boys, seal the deal. Seal the deal. I'd see him, I'd go, seal the deal. You better seal the deal, because, you know, the moment y'all break away, and if there ain't some kind of, because the conversation could be, oh, we're going to meet up later. We're going to meet up later. We're going to meet up later. So I know later to kind of keep point and be like, if I see her, like, that's Cisco's, like, oh, all right, that's who Cisco's talking to. You know what I mean? Like, if we're at the next joint, or if we're still here, or wherever, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's what Cisco's on. Until I hear something else. Like, you know what I mean? Until I hear something else, that's homie. Like, you know what I mean? Because
is wingman no matter what bro code?
No, because that story that you just told would be like wingman no matter what. If you denied her.
No. Like if there was two girls.
Oh, like you're catching, to use old terminology from Jersey Shore, like you're catching grenades or what? Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
that's not bro code.
Yeah. No? Okay. I just want to make sure. Because one time I told the homie, like, I can't do that. So,
yeah, you gotta have some like you can, so I would say
that's the one I'm not trying to do.
I think you could entertain the other girl, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we could
not this one you couldn't. Not this one I couldn't.
Mind. You know, I'm saying don't like sleep with anybody you don't want to, you know what I mean? But because that's fucked. But If you could entertain them, if you could be like, let's go over here, let's go do, something over here, then that's cool. That's all right.
I mean, I've done some stuff I'm not proud of. I've done some.
Haven't we all? Haven't we all?
But I don't think. I think the term of the bro code on that. I think the stipulation is you just can't get in the way, right? Like, so if it's paired up, right, and homie's like really, really. It's like you kind of just got to let this go as far as you're willing to let it go. You know what I mean? Like if you're not comfortable with letting this girl like kind of cuddle up on you or anything like that, then whatever, bro. Because I'm telling you, I've done worse for less.
Whoa.
I'm curious now. Like, is there? Because we're giving out free game, bro. I want to see something.
Okay, because I've taken down a grenade when I thought the homie was taking down what he was trying to take down.
Oh no!
And he didn't take down.
No, that's the worst, dog.
And I was like, "What did you just make me do? Like, what did I do? Like, oh my god, this is
all right." Here's here's the 72 bromanment codes of the bro code.
Number 33. Go to number 33.
33. All right.
This shit sounds like. Do you guys know who Barney Stinson is?
Barney Stinson.
Come on. Yes, you do.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with this one. 33. Bros do not accompany each other while clothes shopping.
No, that's cool. What the fuck? That's sick.
I don't know if that's sick, but like,
that's sick, dog. Like, yo, what do you think about this shirt? Yo, that shit's fire. Yeah, get it. Boom. Easy.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm. Don't ever hit me up to go shopping with you.
You can't hit me up. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like don't be like, hey, I'm gonna go shopping for new clothes. Do you want to come with me? Like I'm gonna be like, no, what the fuck?
I said like, oh, I'm gonna go chill. Like, you want to come? I'm gonna go to the mall. I might pick up some clothes. We can go eat, whatever.
You look like now you're saying too much. Yeah. All you had to say was, hey, I'm gonna go to the mall. You want to roll with me?
What do you think I'm gonna go do at the mall? What do you think I'm gonna go do at the mall?
Sly's hit me up to go to the mall with him.
There's so many things to do at the mall.
Like what? There's two things: clothes and eat.
Dude, what
do you mean?
All the moms fucking stop and stare at the wall. Fucking.
Why would I do any of that? I mean, they're clothes.
You don't people watch? You don't people watch?
No, I listen to podcasts. I like throw on my earbuds and like, dude. But when I'm sitting down to eat, I'll eavesdrop like a motherfucker. Oh my god!
Oh, you're one of them, huh?
I know everybody.
Also,
I know they're getting divorced behind me. I know this bitch is fucking. Sorry, I did not mean to say bitch. I know this girl.
Oh, now we've all said it. Clip it.
I know this girl's getting fucking scammed out of her ass. I know everything, dog. That's when I'm on high alert. I just fucking know everything.
Okay, so if you guys could just off top add something to your bro code, right, amongst your bros, what's something that you think should be law?
Don't leave without saying something. That's like a big one, bro. If we go out somewhere together, we either all leave together or I know where the fuck you're going and that's why you're leaving.
Yeah.
And if I came with you, like don't leave me stranded.
Yeah. Especially if I'm your ride or something. Or we came together.
No, if I go somewhere with Zero and he's my ride, you better toss me a dub for the Uber, dog, or something.
I think that's cool.
I think the same way of like, I brought you here. You're either coming with me or I know that you're gonna go somewhere safe. Like, and you're texting me when you get there.
Bro, there was a night. There was a rave out here in Ventura, and bro, we pulled up deep. I mean, fucking deep, bro. And we had these pills, right? Old girl's carrying for us. We get inside.
Now we're talking about fucking illegal drugs and shit,
bro. Hey, I'm just telling the truth, right? We pull up to the front, homie busts out, and boom, I grab my shit and I go back up to the bar. I'm gonna get an orange juice and a water and get my night started, right?
Orange juice and a water.
Bro, you know what I'm saying?
That's good. It sounds good. I just thought it was funny.
You got to balance it out the drugs, dude, with some nutrition. Bro.
Now you putting people up on game on how to do drugs.
Oh yeah.
What kind of
I
podcast
grabbed-
are we running here?
I
right
grab
if
my
you're gonna do
cups,
them.
dude. I grab my cups and I get a tap on my shoulder, and she goes, "They got him." Right? I don't want to say his name. Like, they got him. I was like, "What?" Like, they got him. And I look up, dude, like past her, and I could see them dragging him out. And I was like, "Fuck." Put him down. I walk out, like I go outside, bro, and I remember like they're like trying to sit him down, and I'm like trying to pull him up. I was like, no. I was like, no, you guys aren't fucking. I was like, no, no way. They're like, no, he's fucking leaving. Look at this shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, he came with me. He's leaving with me. He's like, he came with you? I was like, yeah, motherfucker. And he's like, and bro, I still remember like the look, like we were locked, bro, like locked eyes. And he goes, you guys have 5 minutes to get the fuck out of here. The cops are already on their way. I was like, all right. And dude, I just remember seeing all my homies that were standing right there at the door. They all walk out, and we just dipped. Like we just literally just dipped, bro. Walked straight into the parking structure and took off. But I was like, there's no way. And I remember everyone too. They were like, yeah, like if they were taking him, and if they were going to take you, I guess they're taking all of us. Well, yeah, there you go. And that was like the squad. That back then, that was like all my G's.
All the G's.
That's. I mean, now. You better know how to run, motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Because we'll run together. But if they catch you, dog, I'm running.
Dude, that reminds me of one story that I had. It was a homie. He was cool. I don't know if, because he's not online. I won't say his name. This was when I was vlogging more often. And I was just vlogging, chilling with everybody, and I guess two dudes like walked by me. And at this time, I wasn't really that like insecure about it. I just kept filming and doing my shit. But my friend was behind me, and he saw that these two dudes, when they passed me, they were like making fun of me, like, "Oh, stupid bitch," like making the motions that I was doing. And then so he like stops both of them, and he's pretty fucking big, and so he stops both of them. He's like, why the fuck didn't you do that to his face? You guys passed him without doing that to his face. And I'm like walking forward. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? I turn around. I'm like, oh shit, he's back there. And I go back to him and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, these two motherfuckers were like making fun of you when they passed by. And he was starting to we were in like a Walmart. And I'm like, dog, like we're in a random Walmart. Just chill. It's not that big of a deal. But then we get escorted out of a fucking Walmart. And I'm like, damn, is he really about to fight these two dudes because they kind of made fun of me in passing? Like, it's not that big of a deal. And so we get to the very end, and he's like posting up on both of these dudes. And he's like getting in their face, cussing them out. He's like, why the fuck didn't you say to his face? Whatever. And I'm like, damn, I'm not even that mad. Like, they made fun of me. I'm not even that fucking pissed.
Yeah, but that's a homie right there.
It was cool, but I was also like, bro, it's not that serious. Like, let's just chill, like, relax, get off. But
I mean, in a sense, though, that kind of proved his loyalty to you, you know?
Yeah, it was really cool to see that. Like, I was super appreciative that I could like rely on him if like shit went crazy. But I was just like, dog, this is not that deep. And we're at a fucking Walmart. These kids are like, you know, same age as us, but it was fucking funny.
I would say another bro code thing is like don't say shit about your homies behind their back that you wouldn't say in front of their face. Like if you're having a conversation with one of your other homies and you're like low key throwing shots at one of your boys, if you wouldn't say that or you don't plan on saying that in front of his face, like then don't say it.
I think that's game.
I would even take it a step further and say, like, if you haven't said that to their face, I wouldn't say it at all yet. Because, like, chances are you're going to say it to somebody, and then they're going to be like, bro, he was saying that earlier, whatever. And now that's the first time they hear it from somebody else's mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think there's a pass on that, though, because if you're in a group of homies and you're, like, venting about something, are you going to stop venting just to go tell your other homie, like, hey, this is what I think, and then go back and continue venting?
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, you know what? This is how I feel about this person. I'm not gonna like shit talk everybody, like especially if it's our business. Like me and Cisco, we have some shit, and then all of us are in a group. Like let's say there's a couple more people. I'm not gonna be like, you know what, bro? Fucking Cisco did some bullshit, stole my pizza. Like what the fuck, dog? I don't like that. I'd probably approach you first and be like, yo, what the fuck was that? And then later,
I think there's stuff. Yeah, I think Damien's right where there is some stuff where there's like group level discussion where I can vent and then there's something between you and I that I might need to talk to you about because there's
But that's what
something.
I'm saying. There's obviously going to be group level shit that you're going to say, right?
Yeah, but if I haven't said it to you, if there's something that's bothering me, like, because I'm thinking of something that might be bothering me, I should probably hit you up first about that before I say that out in a group think.
Mm.
Like in a group when we're having
Yeah,
this
I don't
group
mean something like really
Or even,
big.
or
I don't
but
mean like,
or even like to another person. Like
mm-hmm.
I try to even be aware of like, have I said this to the person that I'm talking about? And if not, like, would they mind if they heard it from this person? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
That's what
too,
I'm
it
thinking.
just depends too exactly like what's going on. You know what I mean? Like if fucking I don't know. Like you do something little, like like you do something small, like you spill a little bit of beer on the floor, and I'm like, hey, dumbass, like clean that up. Like I'd say that in a fucking group of people, like you know what I mean. I think that's a fair
Sure.
shot. I think
Yeah,
that's a
sure.
fair
That's
shot
fine.
at somebody. You know what I mean? But if that was that same situation, and if you added context of like, damn, every time he's here, he gets drunk, he's always spilling shit, blah blah blah. Like I wouldn't say that in front of everybody, but I would still say,
no, no,
hey,
no. But I'm not saying in front of everybody. I'm saying it's the three of us as a group of friends, right?
mm-hmm.
And you and Damo, something happens between you and Damo,
in
and then
that
like
same
you,
situation, I'd still say, I would say still like, hey, dumbass, clean that up. Like, what are you doing?
no,
You know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
no. That's not what I'm saying though. I think you guys are like misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not
Okay.
saying it. Would you say it to a group of people? I'm saying this is the group right here, right? You and
Mm-hmm.
Damo get into some type of disagreement or something, and then
Mm-hmm.
you and I go out. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. You and I go out to lunch or some shit, and Damo spilled beer on your shit, and he's been getting fucked up every time he comes over your crib. You're like, fuck, bro. Like Damo's just been getting drunk every time he comes over to my crib, and he spilled beer the last 3 times. Are you gonna hold off on saying that before you tell Damien that, or are we just saying it in conversation? Is what I'm saying. Not saying
I
that you wouldn't
That
say it to him. I'm saying that at that moment you're like venting, so you're chatting to me about it, but it's still something that you would say in front of his face.
This
Does
is
that
a
make more
good
sense? What
bro
I'm trying to
code.
say?
It's a good bro code moment because I think if that was you coming to me about it, right? Like if just saying like if you were coming to me with that energy, I would be like, are you sure that's what you're seeing? Because the way I would ask it is hey, bro, like, has Damo been coming? Like, has Damo been getting drunk at the pad a little bit? Has he been like kind of like spilling? Like I would ask because
Sure, but the
know,
point I'm trying to make is like,
but
are you gonna like? Don't say something like that if you're not willing to say it in front of them. Does that make
yeah,
sense? What I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
say?
yeah, yeah,
nah,
yeah.
I
No,
would
Like,
yeah,
say
I'm not saying like don't go fucking blurt it out to a whole group, but I'm just saying like in passing, if you're chatting with somebody, whether you ask it as a question or you just bring it up, whatever, like don't say it unless you're willing to say it in front of somebody else, in
Oh,
front of
okay.
them.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I think we were saying the same thing different ways, and I think point blank, it's like if you got something to say to your homie, you need to say that to them, right? No
first.
matter no like, and that's point blank. Like if they're really your bro, and I think that's a way of them passing the bro code. You know what I mean? Is like if I could hit you up, Cisco tonight, bro. Like you know what I mean? Even tonight, people see like I hit Cisco up on something. He said, nah. I was like, all right. Like, you know what I mean? Boom. That's law. Like, you know what I mean? And even tonight, still to this day, it's like, it's the same shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's my bro. And if there's something on my chest, I can hit him up about it. You know what I mean? And it's the same. Like, bro, people have seen us go back and forth on this fucking podcast. Like, you know what I mean? People got to pass bro code. And I think that is a solid way. It's like if you got something on your chest with someone, say that shit to them. Like, whether it's before, after, group, friends, no friends. Like if you got something, I don't know. If it's your bro, like if you think that person's your bro, that's an easy way to find out.
I agree. That's kind of what I was saying. Like, I don't think I'm gonna bring it up or even talk about it in conversation if I know I haven't really. If it's bothering me that much too, though. Like if it's bothering me, I haven't brought it up to the person that it's about. I probably won't talk about it. I might say like some of the things like he's doing kind of bother me, but I gotta talk to him about it like later, whenever. That's something I might say. But I wouldn't like, I don't know. I try not to vent to people about things too much. Not that venting's bad or anything by any means.
You just don't want somebody to use it against you later.
Yeah, because like
I've noticed that, bro. Like I've noticed that you have gone like I feel like you've been through a lot of shitty situations that have put you in the mindset that you're in right now, and you haven't had enough safe spaces. Like you
It's
find
just-
your safe space and solace like within yourself.
Mhm.
for sure. I think that's yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty fair to say. But also, yeah. I mean, I think it's just overall, it's just safer. Like, yeah, you can't bring this shit on me. Like, you didn't hear anything. Now, after the fact, after I've told that to you and you continue to do it, then I might be like, you know what, bro? Like, fuck Cisco. Like, of course you've been coming around. He's been fucking dropping beer and shit. I've told him fucking twice. I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, this guy's pissing me the fuck off. Then I might do some shit like that.
But doesn't that
Now he knows.
doesn't that go back into another bro code rule though? Is that you should be able to trust your bros to not say anything?
To an extent.
But like, to what degree? Because we're all bros, right?
Yeah.
When does all
So if you did
bro
some,
code
if you did
end
some,
and
if you did
begin?
something, if you did something to piss me off, right? And I still haven't chatted with you about it, and I talked to Korpsx in confidence that he's not going to say anything to you before I say something about it.
Mhm.
Am I the one breaking bro code by talking to Korpsx about it, or is he the one breaking bro code by telling you about it when I had confidence that he wouldn't say anything?
I think it depends because, like, okay, so in this situation, it's like, have you had enough opportunity to tell me and you just haven't? And then in that case, I think Korpsx is within his right to be like, you know what, like 3 weeks ago, he kind of told me some shit. Looks like it's still bothering him. I don't know. Like, you might want to talk to him about it. That's fine. If you've had ample opportunity to be like, yo, I need to
Yeah,
talk to
I
you,
agree with
you know,
that. I
that's
agree with
fine.
that. I agree with that 100%.
But until then, yeah, it's probably like not cool to be like, oh, bro, he just told me this shit yesterday. I'm like,
But that's what I'm saying. But you just said it would be wrong of me to even bring it up in venting.
I guess in my opinion, like how I would operate. That's what I'm saying. Like I would hope that you would tell me first before telling anybody else. That way I can kind of square it up with you. Be like, all right, yeah, no, for sure. Like I'll stop drinking it at your home or whatever, or drink a lot less. Like I didn't mean to cause any problems. My bad. That way I can address you first.
I don't know. This is one that I disagree with you guys on, for sure, like 100%.
What's that?
Especially like within my group of friends, because we all chat with each other very frequently. That if one of us pisses the other one off, the rest of the group can like chat about it before they come to that person to chat with them about it. A lot of times this has happened a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because of the confidence that we have in each other in like either that being said, right? Like, yo, I think you need to chat with so and so because like they're in their feelings about something, or like they're just not gonna say anything at all because they know that conversation is eventually gonna happen.
I just the only problem that I ever had with that in past experiences was I remember there was a night dude, me and this dude, and this is another bro code one that I wanted to ask you guys about. But there was a dude that I used to kick it with, man, and me and him had kind of got into it a few nights, a little drunk, you know what I mean? And so when I would go to this house, which was like our usual kick it spot, if I was there, I would notice that he would never show up. In the nights I wasn't there, I started realizing that he would show up. So I didn't know what was going on with that. I thought I just put that all on coincidence. Well, there was one night that I was there and he was there. Everything was cool. I was copacetic. He was copacetic. And then we were drunk. And then there was a comment made of, oh, Putch is here and now I'm not welcomed. And I was like, bro, you could have just said that to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you blurting this out? Like, and this was a very close friend, and this was our very close knit friend group of friends. Like, why?
Was I there when this happened?
No. This was like, bro, I was probably like 19, 20. And me and him kind of got into a little bit of a tussle that night. And I remember afterwards, like some of the guys were like, hey, like, are we all right? I was like, bro, like that had nothing to do with you. Like, we just happened to be here. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean for that to happen. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, you know what I mean? But it kind of made me feel like I pitted my whole friend group against him. And I never wanted that. You know what I mean? And so for me to break through to, and I wanted to try to break through to this fucking clown. You know what I mean? Because I fucking love this guy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Still to this day, I fucking love that idiot. Because he has a very funny story that I want to get to next. But fucking, it's like, why would you do that, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why did you turn it like you versus us when it's just me and you got a disagreement going on? You know what I mean? And like, I feel like if you came to me with an issue and I knew that you talked to our whole friend group about it before you approached me, I'd be more defensive. I'd be like, nah, you already talked to everybody. Like, you guys are like, I would feel that too. Like, I'd feel like, oh, you're against me. But I think point blank, talking to that person one-on-one is necessary. Like, you know what I mean? To squash it. Like, if you really want to squash something, you got to talk to that person one-on-one.
I agree.
I think that's bro code. I think that, you know, how you get there, I think we can all have like difference of opinion, but I think point blank is that conversation if that's your bro, you know what I mean? If that's your bro, you got to have that conversation.
So, okay, so here's the oldest one in the book, right? Bros before hoes. Y'all believe in that shit?
Absolutely.
0?
What are we qualifying as a hoe?
Okay, so here's my take on it, and I stand by this one. If she didn't come before my friend group did, then they technically come first for most things.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about
for most things, not everything. For
okay,
most
yeah,
things.
sure. What's like an exception to you?
Like if you and your girl like made it like every Thursday and Friday, babe, we're doing date night. Like we're gonna go out, we'll watch a movie one night, and the next night we're gonna go to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
That's the exception. That's an exception.
Wait, no. I thought in my head, I thought you were talking about like I'll drop one of my friends if my girlfriend asked me on this exception.
Do you know I'd never drop any of my friends for.
Yeah, like I mean, unless they were trying to get at her or something, then that's probably an issue.
But like, what if this girl was like, "You're gonna marry this girl"?
Let me put it to you like this, and this is what I've always said, especially with my main core group of friends. Mm-hmm. I don't care how long this girl is gonna be around. My friends were there before, and this group of friends, with how long we've been friends, is gonna be there after. Mm-hmm. And I know that, right? A relationship like that could end, right? But with everything that my friends have stuck around for this long, my friends have stuck around for multiple girlfriends, it shows that my friendship with them is solidified and has been around longer than relationships have lasted. So therefore, they have shown that they're going to be here much longer than anybody else could. And if I've been friends with my friends for 15 years already. If I start a relationship today, they've still been here longer. Then that relationship will last.
I guess I'll clarify because I don't believe in like when people are like, oh, my girlfriend said I can't hang out with you. Like that's some bullshit. Like that relationship is probably not gonna last. That relationship is probably not gonna last anyway. But if like you see, like let's say you're with a new girl, right? You've been together for a minute, but you start to see like, oh, maybe I don't like how my friends act in certain situations. Like maybe I don't want to like portray that too much anymore. Is that like a
like what?
violation?
Give the example. Give an example.
Like let's say you don't want to drink that much anymore. Your friends are drinking all the time. Give me a second. And now you don't want to portray that. Give me a second. Hold
on. I'll give him this time out because I really want to hear what he's about to say.
Oh, this man's cooking right now. Let's go.
I'm so sorry. I gotta hug my dad.
They're good, bro. Family before everything.
Me too.
And then you're like, just naturally, you're like, all right, I don't want to.
You don't want to continue drinking anymore?
I don't want to drink too much anymore. Like my friends been doing that a lot. Do you feel like that's breaking something?
No. What the fuck? Because you don't want to drink anymore?
Well, what if it's because of the lifestyle that your girlfriend has now brought in?
Is your girlfriend telling you? Is your girlfriend telling you? I don't. Is she telling you I don't like you when you drink this much?
Sure.
Like, what's the essence of it? Like, where does the conversation stem from?
She's like, hold on. She's like, I don't like when you come home drunk. I know it's like you don't do it super often, but like I just don't like it. You know, whatever. You go out with your friends, you're always coming out drunk. You know, when you come back, I don't think it's healthy. I'd rather you not do it.
Too bad, too
And
sad.
and now you're like,
Mm-mm.
yeah, I guess maybe not. No,
You literally just said it only happens when you go out with your friends. It doesn't happen too often. Like, are you just never allowed to get drunk anymore because your girlfriend is asking you not to? If that's something, if
no, but
like
I
if you
feel
go out
like
with your friends and you drink, and that's the only time that you drink is when you go out with your friends. It's the only time that you drink. You don't do anything else. You're not doing drugs. You're not grinding up on other women. All you're doing is say like my friends and I do, right? We sit in a fucking circle with a 30 pack of whatever, and we're just drinking, talking shit, having fun, enjoying ourselves, and then everybody Ubers home. And you come home drunk, and she doesn't like that because you were hanging out with your friends. I don't think that's very fair to ask because you literally just said it doesn't happen often. So if it happened, like what's not often? 2 times a month? Like babe, you know I'm gonna come home 2 times a month drunk. And it's because I was hanging out with the boys, and some nights I won't even drink.
well, now that's a different thing. But let's say it happens every week, more often than once in a while. It's a pretty regular thing. And then
I think when it hits a certain point, I think the bro code kind of on that kind of falls on, like I can't be forcing you to drink. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think the bro code falls on the rest of the group then, right? Like, hey,
don't be offering him, don't be begging him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, pussy, just take a fucking shot. Come on, bitch, come on, fucking take a fucking.
Like I think it's bro. Like I think it's breaking bro code because a lot of us have done it in our group, right? Like if I told my group, "Hey guys, like I'm not drinking for a couple months," they'll be like, "Cool."
Mm-hmm.
Like That's all that has to be said.
Yeah.
But when you start bringing up like my girlfriend doesn't want to, like my girlfriend doesn't want me to drink. She says I get too rowdy when I'm with you guys, this that, and the other. Then that's when people are starting to be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like what? Like what the fuck?" You know what I mean? You're gonna let her? Did she not know who you were prior to you guys getting together?
Exactly.
Are you not the same? Are you not the same person that she started dating or started living with? Like, why do the things have to change now? She liked you enough to move in with her.
Sure. But I will say, like, being in a new relationship, you start to think differently because of the person, even just a little bit. Like over time, you just think a little bit differently. Like, oh man, how does it make me look? Do I conduct myself in the way that I want to? Do I want to change a little bit? Who am I hanging around? Whatever. I think that's how I kind of naturally carry. Like, what am I doing? When
I think you're thinking too much into it.
Maybe,
Well, but see, so that means that you're conforming or transforming based on who you're dating.
No, I'm saying like I'm personally like reevaluating like what exactly I'm doing. Like not necessarily I'm not trying to change who I am based off of who I'm dating. I'm just trying to be more like cognitive of what exactly I'm spending my time on. Because now I have a whole new person that I need to like that I want to hopefully spend a lot of time with. And so the rest of my time, I really need to make sure that I'm spending my time with other people or doing things that I want to do. I guess is kind of where my head goes. Like, what is all my other spare time going? Work.
Do you see your girlfriend every day?
A lot of days, not every day.
I think personally, I think seeing your partner every day is horrible.
Let's inspire a new train of thought, right? Because my train of thought, because how Damo said it, and then Cisco, bro. Giving them all your time, I think, is something that a lot of us men want to naturally do, right? Because we want to spend, especially if one of those love languages are like quality time. We have this bandwidth, right? And I still say this, but I used to too. I used to say I only have a certain amount of bandwidth, right? So if this bandwidth goes to my friends and what we do socially and shit, and if I have a new girlfriend, in the past, I would just take this time and give it to her and then move them out of the bandwidth.
A lot of people do that.
But now I'm trying to be more delicate to when I do start meeting new people and I do try to like experience that. There's a margin of that bandwidth that goes to them. And then that remains to my friends, masonry, being a dad, blah, 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 blah. And then that will grow over time. And then in hopes that the bandwidth of girlfriend and friends share the same space.
Yeah, they're like equal out.
Because I don't like hearing, oh, my girlfriend doesn't want me to drink. I don't like hearing that. I would rather you just tell me, hey, bro, I'm trying to be better. I'm not going to drink tonight. Because if I hear that, I'm going to be like, your girlfriend's a bitch. I'm not just kidding.
No, because you're justifying your reason to do something based off somebody else.
Yeah, I'm going to be like.
Not because you want to do it.
I should clarify as well. I think any relationship or any time you're like in a situation where like, oh, my girlfriend said, it's like, that's fucked. Like, you shouldn't follow that because that's not a good relationship, unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it so many times when people will leave their friend groups because they've started dating somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's absolutely horrible. I understand it. I'm very understanding in it. Like, I know it happens, and especially what Corp said, right? Like, as men, we naturally want to do that because we want to show our devotion to this person, and we, especially people that have A, been in a bad relationship in the past, or B, haven't been in a relationship in a very long time. But I think spending all that fucking time with that person up front, like ease into it is what I essentially think needs to happen, because you still need to show this person, because what happens the moment that you stop spending time with them or stop spending as much time with them, you've already created this relationship where you're spending every fucking waking moment hanging out with them, or texting them or calling them or whatever the fucking case may be, that as soon as that one day, like you miss one day or miss 5 hours or something's immediately wrong. Something's wrong, everything slips, everything goes out the window. So you need to create some type of balance from the jump, in my opinion. And how does it look to your homies when, like, now you don't kick it with them anymore because you're in a relationship? Yeah. How am I supposed to continue that loyalty with you? How am I supposed to? It goes the same way, right? Like, how am I supposed to continue having that deep of a bond with you? Not saying that it's happened, but how am I supposed to continue having that deep of a bond with you when I don't even kick it with you? I don't see you. I hear from you one time a month. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I got friends though, like I ain't seen in years, and it was like when I pop up with them, it's still like brand new. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's still like we're like just new friends all over again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we just click every single time. It's, hey man, how, it's just good every time. But
for the record, I don't believe in bros before hoes. I don't. Like,
I think to a level, right? Like, a bro will always come before hoes, but a bro will never come before my wife. Like, you know what I mean? And so you have, I think, these in there through certain trials and tribulations. And if she could pass bro code, then she could be a wife too. Like, you know what I mean?
She has to understand, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, my wife, when it comes to that, it's like, watch your mouth around my wife, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, did you hear my wife, homie? Like, you know what I mean? Did you hear what she just fucking said? Like, get out. Like, you know what I mean? If she's kicking the guys out because we're getting too rowdy in the house, it's like, bro, you heard her. Get out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's time, her word's law. Like, that's wife, though. You know what I mean?
Wait, but like all the time after, I mean, before that, sorry, it's like, fuck it. Like, whatever she says doesn't really matter.
Not really.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
I'm on a new wave. I'm on a new wave. I'm not putting anybody in positions that they have not earned. Right. Word. So you want the ability to, when you snap your finger, I can clear this house out. Bar a bet. You know what I mean? But if you're just somebody who's coming around and like we're kind of getting to know each other, and you think just because you're like here that I'm gonna kick all my homies out, like, nah, like, I'm here with my homies. You came over, you know what I mean? I told you I was here with the homies.
So what if you guys live together but not married? I don't know. Would you do that?
Oh, no, that's different. If I'm willing to live with her, like, yeah, it's like, hey bro, she said it's lights out. It's time.
But she's not your wife.
If we're living together, she's close enough to being a wife, yeah.
See, I'm different. I'm different on that one. If I live with the girl and she knows that my boys are coming over, she's not going to tell me when it's time for everybody to leave.
That's one thing. No, that's one thing. I can agree to that. Like, let's say, like, because, bro, you remember how it used to be in my garage? People just pop up all the fucking time. Like, you know what I mean? So if somebody would pop up to see me, we're in the garage, she's inside. And if she's just like, come to bed, I'll be like, all right, in a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in a bit, like, my homie's here. Like, he pulled up. But
I live with you. I don't live with them. I don't get
Yeah.
to spend this time with them like I get to spend this time with you.
Yeah.
That's the way
Yeah,
I
but
look at it.
but if it was planned, like, oh, you know, Cisco's coming over, like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't even want to hear you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go to bed, dude. Like, go away. Like, what the fuck? I'm wouldn't like, because if it's the opposite, I'm gonna be the same way. If your fucking girlfriend is coming over, y'all stay up until fucking 4 a.m. I don't care. Like, just let me sleep. Like, I just don't bother me. You know what I mean? Don't be too fucking loud.
Yeah, like I will see my way out. Like if you and your girlfriend want to hang out, I'll see myself out when it's time for me to go to bed. You come to bed whenever the fuck you want. I'm not gonna tell you when she has to leave. Now, if she stays for 3 days straight, get the fuck out of my house. But you know what I mean? Like that's one thing that especially if you live together. That's fuck that, bro. You can't tell me when to tell me to leave. I'm
Ooh, bro code. So let's say you're in a space with your homeboy, and him and his girl get to arguing. When do you step in? What do you do?
Wait, him and his girl?
Him and his girl, your bro and his chick is getting into it. Right?
Are they getting violent?
No, they're not getting violent.
that'd be the only time that I would step in.
I dip out. Yeah, it's none of my business. None of my fucking business.
None
The
of
only
y'all
time that I would step in is if it's about to get physical.
Yeah.
How do you know it's about to get physical?
That's my homie, bro. I know when it's about to get physical.
Okay, that's true. That's fair.
I feel like if she like starts like hitting, because like I feel like girls will hit. Girls.
No,
Will
I mean that's what I
faster
mean
than
by
guys will
physical.
swing.
I mean physical on either end.
Yeah,
right?
on
Like
either
I
end.
don't mean like if he's about to hit her at either end. If either one of them is gonna get physical with each other,
Or, like, throwing
I'm intervening.
something. Yeah, or
Okay.
like throwing shit. Like
That's still
and I'm
physical.
like, yeah, chill.
So I
Yeah,
got 3 ways. I got 3 ways that I'm gonna approach this. If we're outside, right? We're outside. We're in the streets. I'm going somewhere else. You know, like, hey, bro, I'm sorry. Y'all either she needs to go, y'all need to go, or I'm going. Like, I'm just not going to be around this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out to have fun. I'm not doing this. Right? Like, I love you. You know what I mean? Like, I'll see you later. Now, if we're in your house, if we're in their house and they're going at it, I'm about to just sit here and pretend. Like, yeah, I'm gonna just, you know,
pull out your PSP and just.
it's like I remember, like this is reminiscent of childhood. Like, okay, like this is okay.
True.
That was dark. That was dark.
You like that one? You like that one? I'm working on it. I'm working on it, dude. I'm working on it on a set. But if I'm in my house, you gotta go. It's almost like being outside. It's almost like being outside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
tell you. I'm gonna
acceptable.
tell y'all to knock it off. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell y'all to knock it off. I might say it twice, depending on how it's going. But definitely once I'll say, hey, y'all need to knock it off. And if it doesn't, it's like, hey, y'all gotta go. Just go.
Well, you all gotta go like leave,
Leave.
go home, or like go outside.
Go, whatever.
Go away from here.
Get the fuck up out of here. Yeah. Until that conversation is done, don't be right here. Don't fucking be right here. Like,
I agree with
go.
that. I agree with that.
Like, because bro, I remember I had 2 homies who started going at it, right? Like in my garage, like they were arguing, and next thing they were standing up and they were arguing. I was like, hey, how about both y'all bitches sit the fuck down? Because we were like, I was like, we're all sitting down. We were all sitting down. I was like, because we're sitting down, bro. Y'all's making me nervous. Like in my garage, like, you know what I mean? And so they sat down. I was like, yeah, bro. Like, hey guys, we're all friends here. You know what I mean? Like, we're all fucking friends.
So here's the question in the chat for the domestic one: would you have both of them leave or just one of them?
If they're fighting, ooh,
Me, personally,
Yeah.
personally, I'm gonna say y'all both gotta leave.
y'all gotta go.
That's between them. That shit has nothing to do with me.
I might like.
And think about it like this. Think about it like this. If I kick the girlfriend out, what the fuck kind of man does that make me look like kicking a woman out of my house? If I kick the dude out, what the fuck kind of man does that make me look like with having his girlfriend in my house? Y'all both gotta fucking leave.
Yeah, y'all gotta go.
Yeah, but like,
either she's definitely gotta go though. She definitely gotta go.
I feel like she more definitely gotta go. Yeah,
she definitely gotta
like
go.
it's out of the 2. If I had to choose one, it's and my homie's there and his girlfriend. I'd be like, listen,
Bros
dog, you can
before
stay
hoes,
here.
dog.
You know, I know shit's getting kind of crazy. I'm gonna ask her to leave if you want to go with her. go for it, but I can't have this right now. Not on my shit. Fuck out of here. Both of you or one of you, and probably not you.
No, and I'm had a
homie.
homie arguing with his wife in my living room. You know what I mean? And they kind of going at it, and I was like, all right, you two. And I remember like they kind of stopped for a second. They started kind of going back at it. I was like, all right, shut the fuck up or go outside. I don't want to hear this shit in my house. You know what I mean? Like, because they're like throwing jabs. Like now they're just being mean to each other. You know what I mean? So I was like, no, this ain't happening. Like, no, nah. I mean, and they stopped. They stopped. And it's like, so don't make me kick you out, fool. You know what I mean? Like, don't make me do all that. Like, we can sit here, cool. Like, if y'all want to talk about it. But don't get to fucking arguing. Because I don't know. If the homie would hit his chick, I'd have to light him up. And I think
that's what I'm saying, bro.
I think that's on code too. I think that's
wild.
code too. I think that's code too. I think that's code. Like, if I ever snapped and did something like that, and y'all beat my ass,
You would expect it.
it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? I can't be mad. Like, I should be happy. I should be happy.
My brother and I beat the fuck out of this dude one time because he hit a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt bad after because we jumped him.
I mean,
but it was kind of called for. And we were young. We were like 17 and 16. But I'll never forget because we used to sit on the porch of my father's house. My dad had a bench on the porch. And we used to just sit there. Like, all the homies would always post up. And then Rico and I would sit there because I would smoke cigarettes. And we had apartments across the street. And we saw this dude hit this girl, bro. Like, bow. Like a caveman punch across the face. And, bro, we both, like, sprung into... We didn't even say anything to each other. We both just, like, sprung into action, jumped over the fence, and, like, ran over there and just started beating the fuck out of this dude. And I looked at my brother, and I was like... After, you know what I mean? After the cops came and shit. And I looked at my brother, and I was like, yo, like, what the fuck just happened? And he was like, I don't know, bro. It was just, like, instinct. And, like, it just showed that we both knew that was code. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I feel like bro code is more natural, like, how you, like, what you know as a man to do around your boys. Because who the fuck has ever sat here and told you guys the fucking rules of this shit?
well, it's like societal, right? Like, it's kind of what I don't think it's instinctual. It's just like kind of like what societal we've agreed on. Like, yeah, this is probably not fucking cool.
Okay, y'all want to know one of my bro codes? I don't know if this is a bro code. I don't know if this is a bro code, but this is more like a bro move. So I had to break it down to the homie like when we're at the bar because I was trying to call him for help. I had like somebody who I was just not down with, like, you know what I mean? I mean, she was pretty. But when he came, right? When he came, because I can't believe I'm about to put this on wax. I had to explain to him, like, yeah, when I introduce you to her, right? If I use your name first, that means I'm trying to have you step in. If I'm introducing her to you, right? That means everything's okay. It's like a reverse, right? I say your name because one, I know it, right? One, I know it. And then I can turn to her and be like, this is my best friend, Austin. He's fucking, he's great. Like,
oh, now we dropping names. Oh,
no. No, dude, he definitely felt this good old swim move a fucking few times, dude. A few times I had to hit him with the move, dog. But then it's like, because if I'm going to introduce her, I have a chance to say, hey, sweetie, I'm so sorry. What's your name again? Okay, cool. Hey, Austin, let me introduce you to my friend. Right? Like,
that's so dirty, though.
You know what I mean?
That's
but
so dirty.
It's how he knows.
It's how
he knows that I'm okay. Because, bro, I would have to check on these fools, bro. Like, I would find them, and I mean, I'm trashed, and they're drinking more than me. So I'm like, yo, hey, bro, you good? Who you here with? Who is that? She got friends? Like, are you all right? Introduce
you what? All right, so you want to know what one of my bro code things was when I went out? This is when I was in a relationship, and I went out with some of my buddies that were single, right? And it would depend on how many single ones there were, and then I would find a group of girls. Like, I would go to the bar, and then I would like look, see how many girls there were, and if there were the same amount of girls that there were guys, I would buy shots for like all my friends and all of their friends. And then I would tell the bartender to tell them that it was from one of my homies, and they would have no idea. And then I would be like, "Hey guys, come take a shot." And then as the bartender is pouring their shots, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's from this guy right over here," and point to one of my boys. And then I would like take my shot, and then I would jam out, so they would. That I feel like that's bro code right there, bro.
That's a good one, bro. We
kinda
had
cool, yeah.
one. We had one, and we had one going around. It was stupid, like because we just did it because we were drunk. It's like, hey, bro, I'm gonna get you that. I'm gonna get you that 2K I owe you. And we'd be just sitting at the bar, like, hey, bro, don't even trip, bro. I'm gonna get you that 2K. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you that, bro. Don't even trip. Like,
See, the bad thing about that though is because what happens once they hook up and then she realizes that this man's never seen 2K on a paycheck.
oh, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter.
See, you're the type of guy that girls should not be going after at the bar. God damn it.
No, absolutely not. I'm the last one you should be talking to at the fucking bar, honey. Trust me, I am not the one. I am not the one. I'm not interested. That's the whole point. It's like I'm not interested.
You know, it's funny because I have a homie. I won't name him, but I have a homie that he would always. Because I'm the same, bro. If I go out, I'm the same. If I'm in a relationship, I'm the same. If I'm single, I'm just the same. I don't know how to be anything different. So anytime we go somewhere, he'll always be like, "Hey, yo, can you do the Cisco thing?" And I'm like, "What?" This is the first time he ever said it. Like, can you do the Cisco thing? Like, what the fuck is the Cisco thing? Like, yeah, bro. Like, when you just go up and start talking to people, and then for some reason you just wind up having like people to like mingle with, and so that's like anytime I go out with him now, he's always like, "Yo, go do the Cisco thing with them over there," and I'm always like, "Motherfucker, I'm not your little slave that just fucking goes and picks up women." You know, I'm not fucking Gollum. Like, hey, you guys want to hang out? But I mean, it works in his favor a lot. He's definitely hooked up with a lot of girls for that.
I hate that they do that with me and dancing. They're like, dance, come on.
Oh, I hated that, bro.
And then
I hated that.
I break something down, and they're like, "Yeah, that's my fucking best friend." Yeah, bro. What about like where's like? Everyone's too scared to talk to the dancer, but they want to talk to the dancer's friends. Like that's fucking trash. You know?
That's the other thing is I like anytime we go somewhere and it's too early, I'll always be the first person dancing on the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll wait till the homie like sees a girl that he likes or something, and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna go dance and I'm gonna get everybody dancing. And as soon as you see them come up, you go dance.
I don't know. For me, I don't know. I hate because I don't really like going to clubs and dancing. And so when I did, I think it was always during times like when everybody else was somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like everybody would be congregated in one spot, like kind of like, you know, they're starting to buy shots and like, you know, like they're about to have like a cool little round. Like I knew like I got like 2 songs. You know what I mean? I got like 2-3 songs where to run out here, go dance real fast before anybody notices I'm gone. I really, bro, I don't know. I like that to me, that was kind of one of the things where it's like, it's more of a personal thing. I hate when people tell me like when we're in groups with the homies, they're like, oh, Pudge dance. Oh, Pudge crump. Like, you know what I mean? Or, oh, you should.
I hate that.
I hate it, bro. It's like, what are you, a plumber? All right, fool. Hey, dog, fix this fucking toilet right here. Gee, let's go. Like,
yeah, like that's another thing. Like, oh, you're Mexican? Like, speak Spanish. Oh, bro, I hate that shit.
Dude, what the
I hate, like, what the fuck am I just gonna start spewing out the dictionary? Like, what the fuck?
I get more people surprised that I do speak Spanish. I think, weren't you surprised?
I was.
Yeah,
that is.
I was.
more people are surprised that I do.
All right, I gotta hear one from you, Demo. Like, what is one bro code for you? Like, has to be done. Since we're your friends now.
But the thing is, you guys have all said things with like girls. I mean, like, I just don't think y'all are gonna try to get at my girl. Like, you guys know. So, I don't know. I mean, you brought a good one up with like safety and everything like that. I think that's mega fucking important to not
safety.
Just like safety? Leave your homie like that. That shit is fucking crazy. I think probably one of the bigger ones for me would be the one that we were talking about earlier of like speaking. If you got a problem with me or if I have a problem with you, I feel like I'm gonna have enough not that it's like a respect thing, but I feel like it's a little bit of a respect thing to tell you about it before I tell. Like if I have an issue with you, Cisco, I'm gonna tell Putch about it after I talk to you about it. I feel like I can't speak to anybody else. I might like I said, say some shit, but nothing very specific. Just like Cisco's been like kind of doing some shit. I gotta talk to him about it. But whatever. Like I'll talk to him about it later. But I'll come to you first if it's really bugging me that much. A friend of mine once said like if they don't talk to you about it, it's not big enough of a problem. And I feel like if you're talking to other people about it, like you're just not willing to say it to them to their face. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. That's like pretty broke to me. Like if I hear from somebody else, like why didn't I hear from you first? It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I think real homies in that situation would be like, if they are on like the receiving end hearing this gossip, I think real homies would be like, hey, have you talked to him about this? Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And not kind of like purvey the fucking topic and kind of like, oh yeah, like, you know, like kind of antagonize it, I guess. Like, and I mean, we're talking about real homies. Like these are your real, your real G's. You know what I mean?
See, I personally disagree on that one, bro. Because sometimes you just have relationships with some of your friends, like Cause, right? There's times where I'll like somebody in our group will fucking annoy the shit out of me about something, and then I'll like call them, or vice versa. We'll just chat with each other about it. Like, is this enough to be irritated about, or like, did I misunderstand something? Blah 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 blah. And then we'll like chat with each other about it. And if it's something that we really are still bothered about, okay, then go chat with it about somebody else. Go chat with it with the person.
Fair. I think that's fair.
I feel like you can find all those details out with the person themselves. Like you're not questioning, did I misunderstand? You're like, you could ask the person themselves, like, oh, Cisco, like, you know, this is what I heard, this is what I interpreted. Did I misunderstand that? Because I'm pretty fucking irritated right now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is not everybody can if you're frustrated, right, and really bothered by something that happened, not everybody can keep a cool head at that point enough to talk to that person about, right? And not everybody can talk themselves through that. So you have to find somebody else to vent and talk to it about in order to get a clear head about the situation, to go and have a solid conversation with that person about what the issue was. Because if you come into it hot, or you haven't talked it all the way through and you don't know how to say it or what you're really upset about, then how are you going to have a genuine conversation that comes to an end? You know what I mean? Like, it comes to an understanding of what it was that you were upset about. That's what I'm saying.
I like that example because I think it's like one of the best ways to think of venting in its proper way. Because like when I'm hot, dude, like, and I'm all like fucking charged up, sometimes, yeah, I have realized there's moments like, but I'll call like my mom, right, or I'll call one of my sisters, like, and I've noticed like in like it's like past friendships and relationships, I call them and I vent that out, like, you know what I mean? I get this initial like charge up out, not only just by speaking on it, but also hearing them say, no, you're tripping, or yeah, that's, you know, that's fair, or oh, you know, what about this, and kind of getting some clarity. And sometimes it's like, it's not even worth bringing up. Like maybe I was tripping a little bit, you know what I mean? Like maybe I was tripping, maybe, you know, and if I would have approached this person directly in that moment, or even after a couple of days of stewing on it, I think there is times where the situation, I think, may have went worse than what it was already.
Yeah, because I mean, if you don't have anybody, if you don't do a good job at talking to yourself about it, because think about it, you're talking to yourself about a situation that you're upset about. Not a lot of times, a lot of people can't be like okay, now it's time for me to calm down, or get advice from a different person. What better person to get advice from than somebody else that you're close to, that's following the bro code and is going to, you're able to confide in, to get information and feedback from them, and then go and speak with that person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I guess there's like two things that I would always be maybe not scared of, but just like aware of. One is the person that you're talking to too much on your side to be like, yeah, that guy was fucking, maybe not even essentially like putting gas on the fire, but like maybe inputting some like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Like low key, if that was me, like, I don't know. Kind of like those kinds of.
But would you talk? But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not gonna talk to somebody that's like that though.
I'm just saying you have to be, because there's no guarantee that everybody that you speak to or that you're. I mean, I trust your judgment on like who you're talking to, and I'm hoping that they're not gonna like rev you
Yeah,
up
I'm
a
not
little
just
bit.
venting to a random fucking person. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
not, and I'm not venting to somebody that I don't think would follow code.
and like
That's the key.
But the
That's
thing
the
is,
key.
like,
That
what if
people gotta follow the code.
I feel like there's just too many layers before it gets to me that have gotten to filter what you're saying until it gets to me. Because I kind of rather, even if you were a little like hot coming in and maybe you'll say some shit, I'm pretty forgiving, and like as long as it's like, yo, I came in hot, my bad, like I sorry, I was just pissed. Things are cleared up.
Yeah, but that's you. That's you. Not every. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's like my thing. Like,
Okay, so let me ask you this. Now, based off of you hearing my point of view and me hearing your point of view, if you and I ever had a problem and you found out that I talked to, say, Korpsx about it, you'd still be upset that I talked to Korpsx about it before I talked to you about it?
Yep. I would still be like,
really?
I would come to you and say, like, yo, we have to talk. I know this shit bothered you. I want to know how it bothered you. And
no, but you wouldn't know. Korpsx wouldn't tell you.
Well, how do I know you talked to him about something?
Well, yeah, if I told you after, I talked to Korpsx about this before I talked to you about it, and he calmed me down and shit.
If you told me that you talked to Korpsx,
how else are you gonna find out? He's not gonna tell you.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, did I find out through like somebody? I thought you were saying that I found
No,
out through
if
somebody
you
else.
and I got into it, right? And then and I was fucking pissed off about something, and I went to Korpsx and I was like, "Yo, Damo just did this whole shit. Like, I'm so livid, blah 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 blah." And he was like, "Yo, like, relax. Just tell me what fucking happened. I fucking blah 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 blah. Got it all out. I'm cooled off now. No more steam in my head." And then I'm like, "All right, bro." And then he's like, "Yeah, you should probably talk to Damo about it." And I'm like, "Bet, I'm gonna call him tomorrow, or I'm gonna link up with him tomorrow." Then you and I link up, and I'm like, "Yo, this shit that you did pissed me the fuck off. Like, I know it happened a couple of days ago, but I had to talk to Korpsx about it. He kind of calmed me down off of it, and I'm talking to you about it now." You'd still be upset that I talked to him about it?
No, in that sense, no, because all of the information I'm hearing for the first time is coming directly from you. I know the situation that you're mad at. I know exactly what you talked to Korpsx about, and I know some of the context of. But if Korpsx then came to me, an hour before, which I don't think he would do, but let's just say you talk to somebody, they came up to me like, "Yo, Save was going on some shit. Like he was telling me that you did some hoe shit, whatever. Da da da. He just told me this." Then I'm upset because like I didn't get the context from you. I found out from somebody else. That's kind of like where I'm going. There's too many layers of like too many people have gone through the filter for this thing that it might get to me before you get to me.
So you don't care. You don't care who I talk to about it as long as you hear it from me first.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I do get the venting part. Like, I definitely get it. I get like the argument for it. I'd rather you just come straight to me. Like I said, I'm pretty forgiving. Like as long as you're,
even if I want to fight you,
I'd have to do some crazy shit for you to want to fight me.
I'm just saying, like, I would never put my hands on you. But I'm just saying, like, that's what you have to understand that because I know how you are, bro. Like, if you don't go to anybody to talk to, like, to vent about shit, that means that you stay at home and talk to yourself and vent about shit on your own. Or like set up a camera and you're like, "This is what I'm mad about," blah 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 blah, and then like watch it back and like, "Oh, what am I really mad at?" Some people don't function like that.
What's crazy is the way that I function is I'll loop about this shit for a long time sometimes, and I have to like type everything. Like I remember I was mad at. I won't go into detail, but I was mad at somebody, like super fucking mad. And I didn't talk to them for days, but I didn't talk about it really. I don't think I really talked about it with anybody else. And then I wrote everything out. I said the most fuck shit about them on paper, and then just like kept going line by line. Eventually I was like, all right, maybe they're not that bad, whatever. Eventually I got to a point where like I wrote something out that was super coherent, gave whatever exactly I wanted, and I read it to them. But I didn't tell that. I guess that's how I operate. That's how I hope.
Yeah, not a lot of people operate in the world like that.
Yeah, maybe I can't expect it. But I would hope that you tell me like, "Yo, vented to somebody, they calm me down a lot." Then I'd be like, "Oh, cool, that's cool." But if I hear from somebody else, That's fucked.
Okay.
I think.
I just had to understand more where you were coming from on that because you made it seem like if somebody went and told somebody else before you, like that's what would upset you.
Yeah. No, but
But
that's good clarification too.
it's the
Yeah,
matter of fact of somebody else coming to tell you besides the person that you actually have the confrontation with.
that's my biggest issue.
That's
yeah.
the part that matters. Okay.
I think all in all, I think we can all agree that if there is ever a situation to where we feel that we need to speak on it with homie, that is necessary, and that is also, honestly, it's like one of the first indicators that I know you're my bro.
Well, yeah, and that's why I originally started with don't say something to your homies that you wouldn't say to that person specifically. That's why I said. That's why I said that there's a lot of times where we all vent about each other to each other, and then wind up having the conversation with that person. You know what I mean? That's the only reason that I said that from the beginning was like, don't say shit about somebody unless you're gonna say to their face.
Yeah, I guess I understood it a little bit different. I didn't do a good job of explaining like that caveat. I definitely get people need to vent. I get it.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 you need to vent, bro.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of bad decisions right before I decided not to vent. I was like, nah, I don't even talk about it. No, I think honestly, like when you're really like with people, not only that you're able to say like, hey, bro, you shouldn't be doing this or whatever, like, and they're able to do that to you in return. I think that's like really where friendships and like things like people I could trust really start. You know what I mean? If you can look at me and tell me I'm doing wrong, I think that's a a pretty good sign.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, right? It's like if your homie's fucking up, you gotta tell them they're fucking up.
Yeah, that's code.
Like you gotta tell them like they're fucking up.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let you fuck up. I'm gonna let you do your thing, dog. Like I don't know what you expect me to do. Like lock you up in my basement or some shit. Like do your thing, and I'm gonna tell you every time I see you. Like dog, you fucking up, bro. Look at you. Like goddamn, bro. Go eat something. You know, or like, dog, get that car already, or bro, like, what are you doing still at that job? Like the one that you keep bitching about. Like, shut up. Like you're fucking up. Like go, like apply yourself, bro. What I wanted to ask too, because I don't know, because this is where I don't know, shit gets weird. What's some bro code around money?
What do you mean?
So one of my bro codes, right, is obviously pay your debts on time. Right. Pay your debts on time. And I think a part of code should also be is if it goes past a certain amount of time, right? And if we're talking about like a cool little bit of change, let's say over $300, right? If it goes past a certain amount of time that you said that you're going to pay him back, you should put a little something on top, right? Whether it's $10, $15, $20, you should put a little something on top, right? Even if it's just $1, bro, just so that you acknowledge like, hey, I know I was late. You know what I mean? Because as your homie, if you really need that money, right? Like, and I give you this money because you're my homie, you set the date. You tell me when you're going to pay it back. You know what I mean? So when that date passes by, you said it, it passed by. All right. I just know not to lend you no more money. You know what I mean?
His imaginary calendar.
Yeah.
Money.
See, this is a weird one, I think.
I might be on the. I think me and you might agree. Cisco, safe.
Yeah, go ahead, D.
I was just gonna say, I think if I lend out money, I typically always say like, "Yo, if you're asking me for money, and I have the money to give, I'm like, yo, pay me back when you can. Like, get yourself good, make yourself good. When you can, you come back to me, whether it's a month from now, a year from now. If you're like, if I'm like, yo, the money I owed you, like whatever, I wouldn't bring it up like that. But if you like pretend to like, oh, he's never giving me fucking money, like what the fuck? That's when I'm like, oh, bro, like I was cool with you. You know, it's been like a fat minute. Like I let it slide, whatever. But now if you're saying like, oh, he's never done that for me, what the fuck? Then it's like, oh, you're kind of a bitch. What the fuck?
I think it's situation based for me. If I'm gonna let somebody, typically if I let somebody borrow money, I don't plan on seeing it back. That's like especially if it's like one of my homies, like one of my boys. Like that, I don't even care, bro. Like if you need it and I have it, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not letting somebody borrow money unless they're close to me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I'm not just gonna give somebody that I just met 2 months ago borrow some money. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
What about
Plus,
6 months ago?
I mean, it depends on the
No, I'm just
situation.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
It depends on the situation. Like if I know that you're going through some shit and you had the balls enough to come ask me for money, then I know something's up. You know what I mean? And I got
Yeah.
you.
Sure.
And I'm not gonna hit you up about it right away. I'm not gonna make you set a date or whatever. But if 4 or 5 months comes down the line and I haven't seen a dollar, then hey yo, you got me back on some of that cash that that I threw you. But if it's like one of my homies, it's like that's bro. If you need some and I got it, I got you, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what.
See, with the bros, I look at it like this: if I got it, you got it. But when you got it, we got it.
Yeah,
Got it? Like
and
you
that's
got it?
bullshit, Jordan. That's bullshit because you've thrown me some bones before.
Like you got it, like got it, like you know what I mean? Like if I got it, bro, I got you. And that's why I'm like saying too. That's why I wanted to make sure I said that in the beginning was if you set a date, that's on you, right?
Okay.
You give me the money when you got it, my boy. Like because you're right. Like it does take a lot of balls to ask, like man to man, especially. Like it's hard to ask for money, fam. And so if you're asking me, like I got you, champ. Like you know what I mean. But give me if you set a date, that's on you. After 6 months, 7 months, I think me as the borrower, I think it should be law that like, hey, bro, I kind of went a while without getting him this money. You know what I mean? And especially if you bought some new clothes and didn't get him his money, or you did this and did that and didn't get him his money, I think you should throw a couple bones. I think that's law. You should throw a couple bones on top of
Maybe
that.
on top.
See,
Yeah.
I think that just goes by the person's character. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I think if they throw extra on top, then you know the type of person that you're fucking with. But I don't think it's Mando. Like I think it's cool if somebody does it, but you know what I mean. There's
I don't think I look at the person any different if they don't. I think
Yeah,
like
I don't.
like he said, like it's cool, but like I know you asked me that because like Safe said, you're going through some shit. You felt like we're close enough to ask me. I don't expect anything more, but get me. But that's what my thing would be like. If you're then gonna be like, nah, like I've been doing my shit on my own. Like I've never asked for any handouts or whatever. It's like, okay, now you're just thinking like, I at least get not even that I want credit, but I at least get like
let me get a shout out.
let me get a little get a little love. If you're not gonna, then it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, but as far as like bro code for money borrowing, I would say like your tight knit group would probably be the only people that you should lend money to, in my opinion.
What's the
And
max amount?
I don't think there is one.
If you got it, they got it.
Yeah, if you got it. Yeah.
And like I said, it depends on what it is. You know what I mean? Like like look, if I needed if I was moving into a new crib and I like the homies know that I make enough money to if I was moving, the cause is like a perfect example of this, right? If I was moving into a new crib and cause knew, I'm gonna use cause because that's my boy, right? Cause knew that I could pay my rent every single month with extra. I just didn't have enough money saved up to get the place, and I was like, "Yo, cause, could I borrow 3 racks, bro, for like 6 months just to fucking get into this place? Like, I need a place for me and Peanut, the place that I was in before, like blah 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 blah." I guarantee you, cause would probably be like, "Can you afford this place?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, bro. This is how much money I make. This is how much money extra I'll have after the rent, and this is how much money I'm gonna throw you." And he'll be like, "All right, here's the money to get your crib," and and then I'll throw him the money, like the first $500 or $600 the first month, and then we'll go from there. You know what I mean? Like I'm showing him, but I've known him for that long that I'm like in full confidence that that's something that he would do. Or like my group of friends would do as a collective, right? There's 6 of us, 5 of us. If they each threw me like 500 a piece, and I paid 500 to one month, 500 to the next month. But I'm not gonna like go ask some random ass fucking home. Like I wouldn't ask Damien for $3,000. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like it depends on who you're asking and what the case would be, and it's all situation based, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with that. Plus, I wouldn't have $3,000 to give, dog. I'd be like, oh shit, let me ask somebody else.
Who's back there? Your dick ghost?
Show us your dick, Damien, bro. Just one episode, bro. I don't care what platform I get banned off of.
I do. Don't do that.
I know. I got
Let me stream on YouTube if we're doing that.
Oh,
damn, bro. You gotta get on YouTube.
I just my community is here, bro. The following that I've grown is here. That's
true.
Oh, now that we're speaking of following, whoever's listening and whoever's going to listen between now and June 11th, okay, at 12 noon Pacific time, I'll be going live with Andrew Batterina.
Oh, yes. Wait, I thought that was July.
June 11th.
June 11th. Bro, I'm so hyped, dog. Because we talked about this before. Oh, my God.
What time?
I manifested this, dude.
Oh, bro, I'm so happy.
2 p.m. Houston, right? My people in the good, great state of Texas. 2 p.m. Houston.
11 o'clock us.
2 o'clock. Or 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock here.
Oh, yeah. Texas is 2 hours. Yeah, you're right.
That's 12 o'clock here. So noontime, y'all wake up, be up, have a little snack.
Who the fuck is not up by noon?
People who stay up all night.
We are adults.
I know.
Corpse. If you're not up by 9, 10 o'clock, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that one's gonna be a doozy. I'm really hoping that he's because the times I've hung out with him, he's pretty goofy, you know what I mean? Like he's got his moments. But he's just
I'm about to fanboy. I'm about to ask you if you can ask him to shout me out, bro.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Please, dog. Oh my God.
Yeah, my man saved, dog. He was so stoked. I'm gonna tell him because I have another buddy too who we were all here in the house, bro, and we were watching like videos and shit on the TV, and he threw on an Andrew Batterina video, and I was like, "Hey,
which
bro,
one?
The Tone Stiff, the Tone Stiff one, fucking."
Bro,
on the brown shirts.
Bro, I practiced that fucking sex dance so much when I was younger.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, bro, I'm about to link you. You gotta see who this dude did, bro. Oh my God, I was like legit obsessed with this guy when I was a kid. For real. Okay, oh my fucking God.
For people who may not know, right? If I could take a second.
Go ahead. Yeah.
The way I stumbled upon Andrew fucking Batterina was not even through America's Best Dance Crew. It was going into my senior year of dance. There was these two guys, the Spiritu brothers, Mark and Kyle Spiritu. And me and Kyle Spiritu got really close, and he would watch his fucking videos on his phone. And, I wasn't, it's 2010, 2011. Not everybody's got, fancy phones where you can watch YouTube. So we're watching YouTube on his phone. So I felt fancy. And it felt so fancy watching him. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then it was like, hey, he's like, hey, he was on America's Best Dance Crew, all this shit. Bro, and I would just watch. I think I spent fucking hours a day, bro, just watching his videos, watching. He's director of So Real Crew. I think they're the first out-of-state team to ever place at a WAD LA, where it was WAD Pomona back then. I think they were like the first team to ever do that. Yeah, he's amazing. They had HDK.
Hoes don't know, baby.
Hoes don't know, baby.
Hoes don't know.
That shit was nuts, bro. They had a fucking chokehold on the game, bro. Wow. And he's just so fucking he's just so creative. He's so fucking creative, and I never felt, and I want to make sure I say this to him, I never felt more validated as a dancer from when I showed him my crump piece with Undeclared, a bunch of middle schoolers, and he's like, "Oh, it's tight." I was like, "Oh yes," I was like, "Yes, yes." I never felt more validated in my fucking life. Like every day I wake up and I tell myself I'm a man. I can look down and see a wiener, and I'm like, "Yes, validation."
Hey, that doesn't count as validation
No,
anymore.
no.
What just happened?
Not at
What's
this, not at
happening?
this address, baby.
What is
Let me
happening?
tell you. But I've never felt more validated. I'm telling you, anything in my fucking life than when that happened. Boom.
That's
I was
cool.
like, yo, so
Bro.
that's going to be happening on the 11th.
I put the 2 videos that I would watch the most of him. That one, and there was one where he would glide. He was like in front of this Albertsons, and he would just he like was gliding for like a minute and a half, and that shit was fire. But the 2 videos that I put in the Discord are my favorite videos of him. And bro, when I was in the dance scene, because I was in dance before America's Best Dance Crew. And it was like when WAD was just starting. It was still like when Hip Hop International was fresh. Like, let me put it to you like this: the first year that I competed at Hip Hop International, Lil C was one of the judges. That was in 2006.
Yeah, I was about to say like maybe 05.
No, 06 or 07. It was 06 or 07.
How old were
Was
you
the
guys in 06?
I was 15, I think.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 15. So the first year that I ever competed at Hip Hop International was Lil C was one of the judges. Mookie was the fucking
Mookie?
was the announcer. There was somebody. Oh, Coolio was there. He was looking for dancers in his new video. But yeah, bro, yeah, watch the videos. They're fucking fire as fuck. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so happy that he's getting this dude on his podcast. That's so
Yeah, I'm
huge.
hyped for him. He was super hyped. I'm hoping I could catch it. I put it in my calendar. The 11th, 12 p.m.
What day is that?
PST, Sunday.
Oh, for sure, bro. For
Yeah,
sure, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We're off, bro. I gotta wrap. I gotta wrap.
Yeah. I gotta wake up early too.
Gotta wake up.
All right, Corpse. Wrap it up, baby.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up.
Okay. All right, we're wrapping. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that was the code. That was law. My guys.
And we stayed on the topic the whole time this time.
I thought it was like, well, it's interesting too to hear just like what other guys think is mandatory from their peer group. You know what I mean? Like, you know, or certain, like I was saying, like the greet, you know what I mean? Like that I had with me and my homeboys. Like after I show you who I'm talking to, like, you know what I mean? Like you can approach the rest of their friend group. Now, now we've weeded this out type of shit. You know what I mean? So how people kind of approach certain things in their friend groups, whether it's money, friendships, you know, confrontation, whatever. It's cool for people to get different. I don't know. I thought it'd be cool for people to get different outlooks, right? Because not everything's black and white.
True.
Agreed.
All right. Who's going to start off? You guys want me to start off with the fucking closeouts?
Yep.
All right.
We'll go Corpse save 0.
Yep.
This has been the University Podcast, episode number 12, The Code, with your host, Big Corpse. Yeah, love you guys. Until next week, corpsecollection.com, at Corpse on Instagram and Twitter. All the good shit. Yeah, see ya.
Thank you guys for listening. We really do appreciate it. To Corpse's community, my community, Zero's community, thank you guys so much. You can find me at Save Winner on all social platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. Make sure you guys hit that sub button, hit that bell, because I'm definitely going to be going live a lot more now. But as always, you guys stay healthy, stay happy. I love you guys. Keep smiling, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yo, ditto. 0% on YouTube, but thank you everybody. In all communities. Thank you so much for coming out. being a part of everything. Join the Discord. Be safe.
Yeah, we got to get that
Till
Discord
next
pop.
week. Yeah. Have fun. Be safe. Alrighty. Bye, guys.
All right, boys. All right.
I love y'all.
Peace.